man, when you get a dive that you can just kind of relax and watch your animals' behaviors, I'll have people ask me like, oh, and fish don't have personalities, do they? Oh, they totally, all of them have personalities. Sometimes I try to join the school of fish, but I don't think they'll let me in their clique. I don't think I'm cool enough.
We usually get here pretty early in the morning. It's dark out. Badru's sleeping right now.
Outside, the team prepares a special start to 21-year-old Badru's day.
One of his favorite things is fresh dirt. He's very excited about it. It's pretty cute. Horticulture added a bunch of clay for us. We're gonna mix it up, make it almost like a thick oatmeal. They will be able to roll around and have fun in their nice little clay bath. It needs to be the right consistency. I want them to be able to sink in it a little bit. I love to do extra stuff for Badru. Totally makes it worth it when that alarm goes off at 3 a.m.
Good morning. Hi, Badru. Did you have a good night's sleep?
Badru is the best rhino. He loves people. He is so expressive.
You ready for the day?
As keepers, we use enrichment to help him do more active things. If you watch Badru when he goes out in his wallow, it's great.
Rhino spa time.
Look at him go. Oh, he's seen the bath. And he's heading straight for it. This is exactly what he would do in the wild. So it may just look like Badru's playing in the mud right now, which he is, but it's also extremely important for his care and for his overall health. All rhinos need the mud bath to help protect their skin from sunburn or parasites. It makes me so happy to see Badru having fun. And as keepers, we're always trying to find ways to make their habitat the best it possibly can be.
Behind the scenes, the Disney science team prepares a special device.
Badru is getting his very own activity tracker today. The activity tracker is an anklet, which is basically just a belt that has a pouch on it, which contains a health tracker and a GPS unit. The activity tracker here is very similar to any type of activity watch you might wear to track your exercises or your steps, which just measures whether he's running, walking, if he's wallowing in the mud. It also has a GPS unit, which will tell us exactly where Badru is in his habitat. So we're trying to see how he's behaving, which spaces he's using. We'll use that information to improve the way we manage him.
Black rhinos in the wild are critically endangered. Their populations are dwindling due to poaching. The more we know about Badru and black rhinos in general, the better for their survival.
This is really just the first step. We're hoping that rhinos all across the country will wear these activity trackers, and we're gonna be able to see the differences, how rhinos behave, how active they are across a variety of different institutions, and we'll be able to improve rhino care across the country.
Hi, Badru.
Come on over here, buddy. Hey. You ready to get some tasty treats, huh?
We have been building up to this. I'm really excited. It's been weeks of work, working with him to make sure he's comfortable with what we're doing. We're gonna get him in a stall, do a little bit of training, make sure that he's comfortable with us.
Badru, good boy.
And then as soon as we know that he's good, we'll go in, put the tracker on, and then we'll send him out to the yard.
So I have my eye target here, which is just a stick with a plastic lid on it. I'm gonna hold it up to his eye, and that tells him which direction I want him to turn his body. Good job, Badru. So now I'm gonna ask him to hold very still. And then you guys are good to step up to the rhino. Up here, Badru.
We're gonna put this on your foot.
So his eye is very wide right now, so you can see the whites of his eyes, which is not something you can see a lot of. He's a little uncomfortable with the current situation.
I'm gonna back away.
Okay. Yep. So we're just gonna give Badru a little break right now. He's very nervous what you're doing.
Rhinos just get wide-eyed when they're a little nervous. It could be Badru is just worried. That just is where we step in as keepers to make sure he's safe, we're safe.
For Badru to help other rhinos with this pioneering study, his keepers need to wait until he's ready.
We take time to build a trusting relationship with Badru, and it's very important to maintain that trust.
He's a little jumpy now,
So we're gonna take a step back.
On the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail lives a very special resident.
This is our family troop of gorillas. They're a big group. All of our kids were born here. So we have Lily, she's our oldest. She's 12. There she is. Lily is probably my favorite. She loves to interact with the keepers. She and I have a really good relationship. She's very smart, she's really funny, grabs up all the toys and takes them for herself. She's so cute. And then we've got our two youngest. Grace has just really started climbing the trees. She's climbing the tree to get that smear board there. And she gets super, super high up into the trees. And then Ada, she was born last year. Lily, she's taken on more of a big sister type of role. She does a little bit more protecting, a little bit more teaching. It's interesting to watch her develop those maternal care behaviors. Such a sweet gorilla. You gonna lay down back there, Lily? You're not feeling well this morning?
But an ongoing health issue causes concern.
You're okay. We know them very, very well, so I can, at a glance, know whether Lily is feeling well or not. She'll kind of hunch over, holding her stomach, kind of crouch down. Ever since she was young, she's had some stomach issues. I'd so many different times to find what it is that's making her sick. It's sad to watch her be that sick and not be able to do anything. She looks like she might vomit again. Oh, poor thing. You're okay.
I've known Lily since the day she was born. She's the same age as my daughter. We've been doing a lot of research to find a way to make Lily feel better. And so we did a CT scan. And the CT scan showed that she has gas bubbles inside of her intestinal wall as well as outside of her bladder.
Dr. Natalie and the team refuse to give up on Lily.
In humans, one way to treat this is to do surgery, but they've been moving away from that and they're starting to use hyperbaric oxygen. But this is a very unique thing to do. We've never really known of anyone who's tried this in a gorilla. So it feels like the stakes are higher. And that makes it just a little bit more scary.
Come here, Lily. Can you come up for us?
Lily's gonna be inside of this hyperbaric oxygen chamber with pure oxygen. It's gonna go into her bloodstream, push those bubbles out. And we're really hoping that this treatment is the solution.
It's really hard for us as keepers to see her like that, just to know that there's nothing that we can do.
This treatment could be Lily's only chance of improving.
Honestly, she's one of my favorites. I love her. I just really hope that we can find a way to make her feel better.
It's a big number. We're very excited about it.
A big day dawns on Discovery Island for some of its most beloved residents.
We have a birthday party going for our Galapagos tortoises. They turn 10 years old today. The Galapagos tortoises are my absolute favorites. Don't tell Bruce the catfish.
To help her buddies celebrate double digits, Keeper Kelly prepares a birthday cake, tortoise style.
From our Animal Nutrition Center, we've got a big block of what we call herbivore gel. Basically got all their vitamins and minerals in there in a nice, kind of a cake-like form. The sweet potato and the strawberries on top are just an added bonus. I think it's gonna be a really big hit with them.
Here come the birthday boys.
Nothing happens fast with a tortoise. Come on, everybody!
We have 6 juvenile Galapagos tortoises. Their names are Phantom, Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, Creature, and Wolfman.
It's a reptilian monster mash.
They all have this Halloween-type theme. Come on, Mummy. They're going to live 100+ years. They definitely have a little bit more momentum than some of the older tortoises.
Creature was the first one.
Come on. You're gonna miss a strawberry. Come on. Ridiculous.
Do you want to try to get Wolfman off?
Being that they're babies, they don't really care about personal space. They don't really care where they're supposed to be. Wolfman being sideways on top of Frankenstein doesn't surprise me at all.
Bon appetit, Wolfman.
A lot of people don't think reptiles have personality, but they definitely do. Creature has sweet potato all over himself.
You guys are gonna need a bath.
Oh, totally.
What are you doing, Drax?
You want another strawberry? You didn't really get in there.
On the islands of the Galapagos, the plant life that's there, anything that's really bright, that's what attracts the tortoises in. Hibiscus flowers. Mimicking that here, we do the strawberries, we've got the sweet potato. Pretty much any color that they see, they're gonna go after.
But Phantom eyes something even more appealing.
Come on, Phantom, this way. Phantom, where are you going? You're going the wrong way. Go that way.
His favorite keeper.
Okay.
He just wants scratches.
You want birthday scratches?
Dracula also wants a bite of the action.
See, now he's gonna stand up for you. I want pettings too. Galapagos tortoises do something called a finch response. Dracula's standing up and standing very still. In the wild, there's a specific kind of bird that will dance in front of them and elicit this response.
On his native Galapagos, Dracula would stand tall so the finches can clean off parasites and bugs that may annoy him.
For them to have not experienced that in the wild, but to know how to do it from their hatch is pretty cool. We can celebrate their 10th birthday and then 100 years from now, watch back when they were so little and so mischievous. It's a lot of fun to get to play with the Galapagos tortoises.
Remember to keep everything quiet, slow, and gentle.
Backstage at Gorilla Falls.
When Lily's feeling badly, it really makes your heart break because you can just tell how uncomfortable she is. So you've got these big gas bubbles that are trapped. They're right next to the bladder. If these bubbles get bigger, it will get worse. she's just going to be in constant pain. And we're really hoping that this treatment is the solution.
Lily gets ready to travel the 90-minute-long car ride off-site.
Today's adventures are going to be a little bit different.
Her groundbreaking treatment will take place at an equine center, a facility with a chamber big enough to cater to gorillas.
Normally when we're working on gorillas, we have them fully anesthetized. We can't have her asleep in the chamber, so we're gonna have to get her there awake, have her calm, and pretty much still during this procedure.
So keepers must first separate Lily from her close-knit family.
First thing that's gotta go correctly, we actually have to split Gino off. Close the yellow hydraulic, and then Azizi and Corey, and then Kashada. Okay, locks are good.
You've got this social animal to take her out, it just makes it hard. We're just gonna sedate her a little bit to try to get her into her crate and keep her calm and happy the rest of the day.
The sedative acts quickly.
Breathing nicely? As soon as you guys are situated, I'll give her the reversal. I was really fretting about this part of it. Reversal is going in. Okay. Once she's awake and sitting, then we can get going.
Sitting up. Dr. Natalie, she is sitting up.
She's sitting up. That's amazing. Sweet girl. Let's go.
Watch your feet.
Okay.
Safely in the truck, Lily travels over 90 miles to the Equine Performance Innovative Center in Ocala.
Doing a great job, she really is.
That's our girl. This is a very unusual step. I don't know of anybody who's done this treatment in a gorilla. It just makes you a little bit more concerned about the outcome. We may be the first to try this. Putting Lily into this chamber, you're increasing the atmospheric pressure. So it's as though we were to put a scuba diving outfit on her and sending her down into the ocean. She's going at 60 feet.
Slowly, the air pressure around Lily will increase, hopefully compressing her body and removing the gas bubbles in her abdomen.
What we're hoping is the gas bubbles get really small, that they're actually going to go into her bloodstream, and eventually she'll breathe it out. That will alleviate any of the discomfort she's getting. But when we close it, we're not going to have any access to her. Worst fear is that she's going to get upset and start shaking. So we've got all of these mattresses so that even if she does that, she can't tip herself over.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
Now we're gonna do 30 to 45 minutes, depending on her.
Okay. Thank you.
Lily's air increases to 3 times normal pressure.
So basically what she's doing right now is she's diving in the ocean, going down, and then she's feeling the pressure.
I didn't expect to be so nervous. I'm hopeful that this is gonna work. She'll get to be reunited with her family and everything will be great.
The whole morning has been just nerve-wracking each step of the way. Whew, it's exciting. This disease is very uncommon. If we can treat this without having to do anything invasive, that's going to be groundbreaking for us.
So she was in the bottom of the ocean, and now she's slowly coming up.
It's time for Lily's air pressure to return to normal.
Opening, ready?
Lily.
Hi, sweets. How are you? Look, I don't know what you guys are doing.
It was crazy, wasn't it? It was crazy.
She's perfectly calm.
Oh my gosh.
Really amazing.
You're such a good girl.
Whew.
You did such a good job.
Oh boy.
Now she's decompressing.
Now I'm decompressing, absolutely. Oh my God.
Are you ready to go back home?
Yeah, now we can head back. Now we just hope it worked.
Hey, sweetie.
Ready to go home?
I think she's gonna go back and tell the family a lot of stories.
You're okay, sweetie. It's okay.
As Lily starts her long journey. Back home, her family waits for her return.
They're such a tight-knit family group that it's always hard to remove one of them. Even if it's just for a few hours, they recognize that that animal is missing.
Good girl.
Nice job. That's a good girl. You did so good today, Lily. You happy to be home?
After 6 hours of separation, Lily prepares to reunite with her family.
They're ready for you. They missed you.
We're gonna open everything up, so we'll go ahead and open hers. Good girl. Yeah, you ready? You ready? They're coming. She's coming.
She looks pretty amazing. She didn't miss a beat today.
Here's Lily. It's always fun to reunite them after a procedure. Oh, hi, Gino. What's going on? Lily, did you tell them what you saw?
Just telling them all about it.
We're all just really hoping it's gonna be the thing that's gonna help her.
The keepers are really gonna know what's going on with Lily. They really know her behavior, so if the treatment works, she's gonna be feeling great. But we are gonna eventually do a CT on her to see if the bubbles are actually gone.
In 11 weeks, Lily will have her follow-up scan with Dr. Natalie. Until then, her team closely monitors her health.
This kind of an endeavor takes an incredibly talented and dedicated team of professionals. Being here at Disney's Animal Kingdom makes things like that possible.
We tried to put the activity tracker on Badru, but he wasn't quite ready for it.
Backstage at the Rhino Barn,
Come on over here, Badru. We gave Badru a little break. Badru's more relaxed now, and he looks like he's in a better place. Badru, right?
the team hopes Badru is ready to wear his tracker and help other rhinos.
Good job. Let's try that again. If you're ready, I'll step up.
I'm ready.
Coming up, Badru. Just gonna work my way down. Come here, Badru. We're gonna put this on your foot. Reaching in.
Ready.
Ready. Gonna reach around.
Okay.
About to secure. Okay, looks good.
Boy.
It's on?
Yeah, excellent. Yay, Badru. And he's showing it off. Epitome of fashion.
This is great. This is exactly what we wanted to see.
Badru is just walking down the corridor and heading right out to exhibit.
With his activity tracker.
And we get to see how he reacts to that.
The anklet's fitting him perfectly. And we're really hopeful that we can get a really good understanding of his 24-hour activity. So we're kind of breaking new ground here. A lot of what we're doing with this research is possible because of the relationships, the trust that the animal caretakers have with Badru.
The goal for Badru is to wear this activity tracker 5 days in a row. Today is definitely a test to see if Badru can keep the tracker on.
The solar array that we have here is phenomenal. It generates enough power to power 2 of our 4 theme parks. It's a massive area of land. Disney takes environmentality really seriously. We want to be as green as possible. Even better than just making green, renewable energy, we want to provide habitat for wildlife that's here around our properties. And one of the best ways that we can do that is plant plants that will support our native pollinators. When we think about conservation, we oftentimes think of big, charismatic animals that are far, far away. But the vast majority of animals on the entire planet are insects. They really make up the backbone of biodiversity. And pollinators in particular are responsible for helping plants reproduce. I see these insects and I want to chase them down and learn more about them. Get it! Ah! Oh my God, there's some of them! Oh! I got it! Every time you find one, it's a new discovery and it's a new adventure. That front vein of the wing is really strong. It's like a flagpole to a flag. So if you just gently pinch it, it doesn't hurt him at all, and you can really easily transport them. Well, let's put him down here and see if he wants to forage, or maybe he'll just fly away. Monarch butterflies, they taste with their feet. That way they can just land on it, and they know whether it's something they want to eat or not. Oh! Gorgeous. No, come on.
Did you get it?
No! For Disney Conservation, we want to know that we're really having an impact and that we have the data to back that up. Oh! Way to go! We've documented over 70 species of butterflies that make use of this space. Get them! Get them! What you got?
A Gulf fritillary.
Oh, nice! One of my favorite things about Gulf fritillaries is if you look at the bottom side, it's super reflective. It looks like a bunch of solar panels. This way they can flash to each other for communication.
Be free.
Aww.
Beautiful.
The world is full of this life, and oftentimes we're just so busy we don't realize that it's there. All we have to do is take a moment to look, and it's right there for us to see.
We are on Sunset Savannah. I dare say the best savannah here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Grazing animals, rare birds, and countless tiny bugs. Call this pasture home. Together, they create a flourishing ecosystem.
I love this because I get to be out and about, hanging with the animals, outside. Looks like our boys are in a loose little group, our roan antelopes, so we'll pass by them. Roan antelope are cool because they don't take any guff. They are a fight species, so usually they're standoffish. This is Charlie. He has a special place in my heart because my grandpa Rook, his first name was Charlie. Love my grandpa. Charlie is great. He does like to approach, and he's curious. And the fact that he wants to interact with us is awesome.
Charlie's care team notices he's not himself lately.
We started to weigh him weekly, and he is consistently falling below the line of our other 2 males. Our largest one is around 200 kilograms, and Charlie is around 158 kilograms. Highly concerning to us. We are starting to see his ribs. We're starting to see hit points on him. We want to have a healthy layer of some fat and muscle in these areas. When you're giving them a smorgasbord of food and you're watching an animal lose weight, something is wrong. He does not look correct. His coat is also looking dull too. I sincerely and desperately hope that he's going to be okay, because their health is our concern. This is not just a job. So, as a keeper, and you can't figure it out, it's a failure. They can't speak for themselves. We have to speak for them.
Hey, Charlie boy. How you doing? Don't be mad at me. Sorry.
We're doing a diagnostic exam today to evaluate causes for his weight loss. What exactly could be causing him to have a great appetite but not be able to maintain his body condition? We don't take anesthesia lightly. It doesn't go without risk. We want to be as efficient as we can and do our procedure as quickly as possible. So we're looking in his eyes, in his ears.
His eyes are open.
There isn't any things of concern.
He looks good. I'm feeling along all of his teeth and how they wear together. If he has any points or ridges, that can be a problem for ruminants to grind their food. The teeth surface could be an indication of why he's not keeping weight on. Nothing bad, it's pretty typical.
Charlie's teeth look good, but the rest of his mouth still needs checking.
His gum color is pretty important. It can tell you how well he's circulating peripherally. He looks a little pale to me. He could be anemic. That would make sense.
Are you guys okay if we pull this leg out? Okay.
Go ahead and take a blood sample just to see how he is oxygenating. Certainly anemia, which is a low red blood cell count, could be contributing to the clinical concerns that we're seeing today.
We just put in the IV catheter and collected a blood sample. It's very thin, kind of waterier than I would like to see. So I can tell even before we run the test that he is anemic from looking at the sample. His anemia is probably caused by parasites. With severe parasite infections, it can cause weight loss, muscle wasting, really severe disease. We know that we have parasites in the pastures where he lives.
Florida's subtropical climate makes dealing with parasites a fact of life.
We have such lush savannas that that's a perfect environment for our parasites to grow. The particular parasite that can affect species like Charlie is a worm called Haemoncus.
Keepers give animals plenty of bug-free browse to reduce grazing from the ground and use natural pest control methods to kill parasites in manure. And if one of them does become sick, treatment is targeted.
We have the technology to be able to test these parasites to see what drugs that they're sensitive to so that we can be very strategic about what drugs we use. Once we give his dewormer, we'll be ready to wake him up.
Okay, I'm gonna poke him. Any reaction to that? During the procedure, I treated him with an anti-parasitic drug. We should see a drop in that parasite number. Okay, levamisole is in, and then the iron, I'm gonna give in a couple of different sites because it's a big volume. So I'm treating Charlie today with an iron injection, and so the iron will help boost his ability to regenerate those red blood cells. Okay, iron's in. Treatments are in.
Thank you. We've treated him today for those parasites. We'll be following up to see what that parasite load looks like, and by then we should have a clear plan of where we're going with his care. Reversals are in.
Charlie makes his first move to recovery and can now return home to Sunset Savannah.
That was a great reversal.
Yeah.
We're at half an hour after injection. So far, so good.
Lily the gorilla arrives at the veterinary treatment room for a scan to check her recovery 11 weeks after her procedure.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I do this?
Oh boy. We're hoping we might not have to do this again. Watch her like a hawk.
The CT is so important because it's going to be the thing that tells us whether or not we still have those bubbles in her gut. It's tense and it's exciting all at the same time because none of this stuff has ever been done on a gorilla before.
This is the time that I get nervous.
It's time to find out the results of Lily's groundbreaking treatment.
I have both of them side by side. So on the right is the old one, and on the left is the new one. You can see...
This is the old one.
Yeah, this is the old one. So you see that, where it's not part of the intestine. So there were these two bubbles that we've seen for a while now. Here, this is today. And then as we scroll through, nothing.
Nothing as in we
No
think
bubbles.
We
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To me, that is awesome. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
It's nice to have a win, diagnose, treat, get better. That's what we live for, right?
Back to full health, Lily heads back out with her family.
The fact that we've seen her gain weight, Coda's looking so much better, she's feeling better. To me, that is awesome. We know that hyperbaric oxygen treatment is possible. This tool can be used for so many disease processes. And this can certainly be applied to a lot of different gorillas.
She is running around, she is playing with her brothers more. She's got this attitude about her that she did not have before. She has become so sassy.
After Charlie's parasite treatment, he receives a visit from his loving keeper, Mary Ann.
Charlie is looking way better. We're getting some weight on him. We found some foods that he really, really enjoys. He's got that thicker body. So the fact that he's gaining weight and feels strong enough, he's testing the other males out here, and they're doing sparring. So this is how they learn. And his body condition, we just weighed him the other day. He was 198 kilograms. That is spot on.
But it's not just about checking how Charlie looks.
I see a fecal! Is this Charlie? I think we gotta poop! We gotta poop! We're gonna be collecting a fecal on him to see if we can check on parasite load. Now, there might be several piles of fecal matter out here, but if it is warm to the touch, that's fresh. I don't want to brag, but not everybody gets to do this. This is looking good. Charlie, you are especially saucy today. I might have to hold my nose. I think our vet tech, Pia, is gonna be super happy to break this apart and look for stuff. Charlie, thank you!
This is so exciting. It even says Charlie on it. Today I'm going to be looking at Charlie's fecal, our little roan friend. We're going to be seeing if there are any parasites. And we're doing a special test called a McMaster's, which is actually going to tell us exactly how many eggs are per gram in the feces. There's a certain threshold of numbers that we're okay with per gram. So right now I'm putting it on the microscope. An hour ago, this was in the animal, and now we're looking and we kind of almost get a real-time look of what is going on. See if we can see any parasite eggs. There we go. There's one. Right here is our little parasite. It's a little egg right there. Currently, I've only seen one, which is good. We do see a low level of these parasites.
So the medication has worked. Charlie's parasite level is now safe, no longer causing him any problems.
So the fact that he's feeling better, I'm thrilled. It's made my day. Parasite load is much lower than it was. It's in the area that the vets are comfortable with. We can definitely see an improvement on his body condition. He's hanging out with the group. He's looking awesome out here. We don't leave the job at work. The job comes home with us. He comes home with me. That's how it is in animal keeping. It's just great to see that everyone working together for the welfare of that animal.
I'm curious to see how many steps Badru takes in a day.
Yeah.
Badru receives a visit from the Disney science team to see if he's taken the first step to better rhino care across the country.
If we went in the wallow, would he find us?
He probably would, yes. Is he going for the wallow?
No.
Not yet.
Looking for more food.
He wore his activity tracker for the first time for 5 days, which is a big deal for him.
Badru wore the tracker, no problem. He didn't show any signs of discomfort, very comfortable. We are super happy. This is exactly what we expected, and we're really excited to see what data we get. This part has definitely been a success. Now it's time to take it off and take a closer look.
So he deserves this whole bowl of treats.
All right, you ready, Brandy?
I'm ready.
Let's see what it looks
ready
like.
too.
All right, taking it off now. There you go, Badru. It looks good underneath the skin and around.
Thanks, Corey. It's a little soggy and a little muddy, but the devices appear to be okay. We'll plug them in the laptop and see what we get.
We're really happy that Badru did everything that we wanted him to do. We're looking forward to finding out all the data that we collected from him.
This is a huge moment. This is super exciting. Let's see how the devices did. So now that we've extracted the data off of the accelerometer, we can see kind of a general picture of Badru's activity. So here he was actually really active. We can see these high peaks. He might have been trotting or running. He relaxed a little bit here, so probably just standing. We can actually see when he lies down. That's really cool that we were able to pick up that information.
All of this information that we're recording is just more good information to have so that we can take better care of these rhinos on a daily basis.
So look, here's the session for Badru, and we can open that up. And look, we can see a whole bunch of data points there. So that'll give us an idea of how he's using his habitat space to kind of see what Badru prefers in his habitat and potentially use that information to make modifications that make it the best possible space for him to spend his time.
This study just kind of brings it together as a whole and helps us understand how black rhinos are, what their natural habits are, what they like to do, so that we can make sure that they thrive and continue to be here with us for future generations.
You're an ambassador for your species. You're the best rhino. You're the best rhino. Yes, you are.
Hi, Logan. You gotta get in the wallow. Get in there. Watch your step. All 4 feet. Nice job. Oh, yeah.
Another beautiful Savannah morning at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. Like every day, the residents are hungry.
Basically, my job is one of the cooler jobs we have here on the team. I get to feed everybody today.
With over 100 animals on the Savannah, Rory and the rest of the care team have their hands full.
Got one of our Springbok. Do you want to come up too? You're a good girl. Do you want some produce? Hey, come here. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl.
Each one out here has a special place in Rory's heart.
Hello, ladies. Oh, you're all right. Are you a good girl?
But there's one Savannah species he really dotes on.
Let's see what the giraffe are up to. I have been training giraffe now for about 6 years, and I've been trained by some giraffe.
Not too long ago, Rory worked with his giraffe BFF, Kenya, to voluntarily position herself for a hoof trim.
Food. That's a good girl. Come on. Might be here a while.
Kenya tested the team's patience for 8 months. Progress was slow.
Good afternoon, Kenya. Let's rock and roll. Show your stuff, honey. Okay, there we go. Yes. That was awesome. I'm psyched. I'm psyched. So we're really lucky here to be a part of the Maasai giraffe species survival plan. Giraffe are actually undergoing something called a silent extinction. In the last 40 or so years, a large percentage of their wild population has decreased, and not a lot of people are aware of that. We're helping people learn. Every truck that's going through the safari, the driver is trying to teach them about conservation. You know, if you can hit one person on one truck, if you're talking about all the trucks that are going through every day, if those people can go home and talk to somebody, it's a conservation win. I gotta go back to work. So we actually have, from left to right, we got Mara, Humphrey, Lily, Jabari, Maple, and Isla, and then Kenya's all the way in the back, and Willow is all the way over there. You can actually barely see her. She looks like a tree, which is a great example of their camouflage. They look pretty different, at least to me.
If you say so, Rory. Step 1 when feeding the supermodels of the Savannah runway. Entice them with something tasty.
Every day, our Animal Nutrition Center delivers 1,000 pounds of browse. Today, we've got acacia, and then this is what some of our giraffe really, really love, and we'll mix it up with the acacia. This is Eliocarpus, or Japanese blueberry. Browse is great for us because not only are they eating the leaves, but they're eating sticks that are green like this, and then they're also stripping the bark. So it's really important for their dental hygiene and also just their natural stimuli of their brain. So I made up that bundle, I had it in the back of the truck, and I'm ready to hang it. And that's all it takes. When they're moving their mouth like this is her chewing her cud. This is her digestive system doing its job. When I see a giraffe chewing its cud, I am seeing a happy giraffe. Giraffes have a really interesting digestive system. They're ruminants. They need to keep their stomach going. So we need to offer them food at all times.
But Kenya, Mara, and the rest of the herd can't rely on appetizers alone. So the team offers an all-day buffet with everything they need.
We just hung some browse. We try to, throughout the day, feed them their pellet diet, which is their primary source of all their nutrition. And we have these hanging bins in the trees. All right. We'll give her a little extra goodies in there.
from almost 18 feet up, the savannah looks a little different to a giraffe. One thing is certain, a keeper plus a truck equals chow time.
They know what's going on. They know this is the ice cream truck. So we're gonna get a couple of bundles made because she's coming right up. She's hungry. She wants to party.
When the giraffe aren't eating, they're playing their favorite trick, standing in the road. With thousands of guests visiting the savannah every day, that's instant gridlock.
When an animal goes into the ride path, we do everything we can do to get them out of the ride path, but we use positive reinforcement. So we basically show them food to come to us out of the ride path.
These giraffic jams happen all the time, and nobody moves until they decide.
So what's happening right now is that a giraffe is in the road. So we're gonna go and see who is causing the problem. So Mara's right in the road. So we're gonna get some browse up for her, and we'll see if she's gonna come on over here. Oh, Mara, come get this delicious browse.
Not tempting enough today.
Okay. I love it.
Back to the drawing board.
I've always said you guys are smarter than what people think.
Oh, hey buddy, what'd you find? He's very curious. Komodo dragons are extremely intelligent. Ghidра's a great boy. I'm very used to people thinking I'm a strange girl for loving these animals. Look at that eye ring, it's fantastic as well. So you'll see crocodilian have that light eye ring and some other lizards. Makes them pop, huh, Bubba? Ectotherms have to thermoregulate because they're not making their own body heat. If it's a cool day, he's gonna find warm rocks in the sun. His rock out here is magical. It's magically warm. They are very happy to spend lots of time sitting there. I call it a lizard lounge chair. It's the perfect shape. They get up there and they're sometimes snoozed out for quite some time. It's completely possible to fall in love with a lizard.
On the Safari Sapi River, a big day arrives for one little hippo. Recent arrival, 7-year-old Rosie.
Rosie, she's been here about 5 months, and she's a great hippo, very smart hippo.
She was brought here as part of the Hippo Species Survival Plan.
Hippos are really struggling out in the wild. People would be surprised to know that there's fewer of them out there than African elephants. One of the main threats to hippos is the hunting. Their meat, fat, and ivory are very valuable to poachers. Rosie has a big personality. She wants everyone to know she's here. She's not shy at all. Today we're introducing Rosie to all of our female hippos.
Rosie knows a couple of these gals already, but today she's meeting 2 more.
Today is Rosie's introduction to Tuma and Tuma's offspring, Greta. Tuma is still protective of her. Every once in a while, you'll still see Tuma get in between Greta and another hippo and be like, that's enough. So there is still that concern that she's still very protective of her.
Rosie's never lived with this many adult females before, so this is a new dynamic for her. With the rest of the hippos already in the water, Rosie hears the call and heads on out.
Oh, there she is. Come on, Rosie. You're gonna meet the rest of the bloat today.
The teams worked hard for months to prepare for this moment.
So behind the scenes, Rosie has been housed with various hippos, whether it's a few stalls down or a stall directly next to her, kind of getting a gauge for how they would do with each other.
That preparation continues up to the very last minute.
They love lettuce. After they finish eating all of this, they'll kind of settle down and be more relaxed. So then when Rosie does come out, they're not kind of in attack mode or like defense mode. They're just kind of calm and relaxed back there, and she can approach them.
But with a 3,000-pound hippo, anything can happen. Hippo introductions can be tense. It's a delicate balance of showing confidence as well as proper submission. It's all very natural behavior. But Rosie needs to mind her manners today. Hippos have an entire language.
They do wheeze, honks, grunts, snorts, and they're just communicating with each other.
And Rosie's still learning.
Come on, Rosie! It's time to meet everybody!
She heads straight for the hippo she knows best.
Ramona's greeting her at the haul out, which is pretty typical. Just saying hello. Ramona's a friendly face for her right now.
With no experience of fitting into a group, Rosie's been getting a crash course in communication from Ramona.
She's been very great with Rosie, kind of teaching her the ways, like these aren't appropriate behaviors, these are okay to do. So that's been really good to teach Rosie all of that, especially before we introduce baby Greta and Tuma, who's a new mom. Ramona's just kind of asking Rosie, be submissive. Or since this float is pretty established, they have their hierarchy. So coming in, Rosie needs to submit to them. This is their river. She's the newcomer. She needs to definitely be submissive to be accepted in. The hippo that can open their mouth the biggest is the most dominant. My teeth are bigger than yours. Hey, just back off. I have these big teeth and I can use them, so don't make me. Ramona's just kind of putting Rosie in her place. That's just her telling her to stop.
But Rosie's not following orders.
Rosie, relax, baby girl. Slow down. Hope she doesn't go around the island and ambush Tuma and Greta. Rosie's getting quite close to Greta now. So it looks like Rosie and Greta have spotted each other. Slow down, Rosie. Give her some space. You're getting too close. Rosie and Greta are approaching each other. Tuma's staying close and keeping a watchful eye.
Float Elder Viviana senses trouble and moves in to referee.
If Tuma doesn't like it, not sure how Mom Tuma's gonna react.
At the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot lives the park's oldest resident.
Tolstoy is a loggerhead sea turtle. He is estimated to be 100 years old and still going strong. So he is probably one of the oldest sea turtles in managed care. Tolstoy's favorite thing to do is to hang out at his cleaning stations. Oftentimes we see him soliciting from our fish. It's kind of like a fish car wash.
Like many sea turtle species, loggerheads are endangered.
There we go. They have a lot of obstacles out in the ocean, pollution, fishing nets. Disney's Animal Science and Environment has rehabbed over 300 sea turtles to release back out into the ocean.
To have a chance of surviving the wild, rehabbed turtles need to be in fighting shape. Given the miles on his odometer, Tolstoy's safer right here.
He's been here for about 15 years, so I've really kind of developed that relationship over those years because I was here for his first day.
But Tolstoy's age might be catching up with him. The team has treated growths around his mouth for years. Now, he shows signs of a new problem.
We started to notice that he's not opening his mouth all the way. He's really hesitating to eat his food. I do believe that he's in some pain and that we need to step in and manage this.
Solving this mystery requires anesthesia and possible surgery. Though Tolstoy's not eating, at nearly 280 pounds, it still makes for one hefty reptile.
All right, so let's go ahead and let Nikki fly out.
Backstage in the veterinary treatment room, help is at hand from Dr. Ryan.
May I peek under the towel really quick to just get an idea about what we're looking at here?
You want the good side first?
Yeah, let's see the good side first.
Gonna take pictures, yep.
All right, doesn't look too... Oh, that one's a little barnacly. It is pooching out. It is more swollen. Okay. Oh, buddy. Okay. Tolstoy has been a real diagnostic challenge for us because he's an older animal. He's had this problem for quite a while, years even, and has had myriad diagnostics done, multiple procedures to try to figure out what is causing this and why he has this issue. Did you already give him his meds?
Yes.
Now that Tolstoy's fully under, Dr. Ryan can get a better look inside.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh boy.
He accumulated a lot of necrotic debris and fibrin, and he has tracks that go back in his mouth along the jawline. So it's no wonder he's been having some trouble prehending or grabbing food and swallowing it, and there's no wonder why, because this stuff is getting in the way of the movements of his mouth, and it's pretty extensive. That looks huge. The big chunk of stuff back here. See this? That was packed up right into the corner of his mouth into a tract that goes back there. So it's almost like this is mechanically limiting the way his mouth operates right now.
The dead tissue inside Tolstoy's mouth must be removed. He feels no pain.
It's so extensive. Knock a little bit of this off and see what is going on over here. Gotta stop. All right, let's clean him up. He still needs a little bit more debridement or removal of the scab material, but I think that with his history and his age, we need to make some big decisions.
We're gonna go into affection section. It's exciting. Don't run into me. Woo! So sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's not. This is my favorite time of the day. Before the guests get here, I get to be out here with the animals and, yes, touch them. I love the connection between the people and the animals. That's what we're hoping for, is they see somebody kind of down, wanting to scratch them, and then they let them scratch them. They create empathy and teach people that animals aren't scary. All of our animals in affection section train to do other things. We teach them to be able to walk to the hospital. So unlike a tiger that might need to be anesthetized, all of our animals can actually go to the hospital and get checked out. When they bring them up to our offices, Rose wants to say hi. Rose, hi, Rose. Don't eat this anymore. People love it. You can hear the animals coming. You see people popping their heads out of their offices.
Hi, Rose.
She got a
How's it going? What a nice surprise. She looks great.
It's a really great thing to be able to do.
Hello, I always love getting visitors in here. Oh, isn't it delicious?
Not just for the animals, but for the people. We all need a little enrichment, and it's a really wonderful thing.
Miraculous. That's awesome.
No particular reason, just to do it.
Thank you so much.
Come on, Rosie, you got this.
Gung-ho hippo Rosie faces a make-or-break moment with new mom Tuma and curious baby Greta as bloat elder Viviana looks on.
Rosie, remember what we talked about. Mind your manners. Just keep it calm. Greta's getting real close to her. Rosie, just checking her out. This is super calm. Of course, things might change when Rosie gets nose to nose with any of them, especially if she gets nose to nose with Greta, to see Tuma's reaction.
Baby Greta's curiosity nudges her on. Mom Tuma keeps a sharp eye on things. This is crunch time.
Rosie's letting them kind of approach her. She's not going to them, which could come off as aggressive to them. Her just keeping her cool and letting them approach her is really, really good. Hopefully Tuma doesn't get out of the water too much more. We want them to keep it calm and then back up so then she can approach the water again. We don't want them to keep forcing her up and out and then her feel cornered and panic, because then she might act aggressively in that panic mode.
How Rosie communicates next will decide if it's happily ever after or if everyone goes back a chapter.
This might not go great. I'm not sure how Mom Tuma's gonna react. If Tuma doesn't like it, she will interfere and say, back off.
Rosie the hippo faces off with curious baby Greta and Greta's mom, Tuma, again.
Oh, stay calm. Tuma just did a little snorting. Tail swooshing is just kind of like a warning, like you're getting a little mad. Oh, this is really, really good. Her laying down is a very, very submissive thing. It's kind of like, okay, I submit to you. So that's awesome.
Rosie finally remembers exactly what to say and do.
So she's letting them completely encircle her, and she's very calm about it. So this is exactly what we wanted to see today. Now, throughout the next few days, we'll just monitor this, keep an eye on them. It looks like she's now been accepted as one of the bloat.
But the next day,
Come on, Rosie. Come on, Ruru.
all is not well.
Good girl, come on.
Rosie bears the marks of a hippo who's crossed a line.
There was just a little bit more learning that Rosie had to do. She tried to overstep her boundaries a little bit, and that caused a few of her little scratches. It looks worse than it is. Hippo skin is very, very thick, and it's made to withstand fighting with another hippo, or meeting another hippo, or introducing yourself to another hippo.
Despite her scolding, Rosie is physically fine.
She understood, hey, I don't want to go up to somebody and just open my mouth and show them how cool my teeth are. We're hoping that the next step in our intros might be the last step, and Rosie will finally be able to just hang out in a big group with everybody and have a happy big bloat.
Hi, Mara. I just gave you some grass. Go eat it.
Back out on the savannah, Keeper Rory's day gets even trickier.
So here we've got trouble. This is what I call trouble.
Mara's friends join her on the road, and half the herd plays havoc.
We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giraffe all standing in the road. So we're gonna do our best to work these guys out of the road. Can you hand me some more of that browse, sir? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You're good.
The plan works. They get their treats. In return, Rory clears the giraffic jam. For now. But to stay on top, he needs help.
You'll need that, and that.
Behind the scenes, the behavioral husbandry team comes to the rescue.
So we are going to be replacing these gray bins. We're gonna make a more dynamic, kind of enriching feeder instead, so they can use their long tongues to get in here, rather than just putting their head in a bowl, because they don't do that in the wild.
Working harder to get their food will slow the giraffe down and could mean less time for their traffic-stopping shenanigans.
If you feel like it's mixed well, then go for it.
Ready?
Whoops.
Ready.
So right now they're just pouring the plastic. So this is to make a shell. If you want to draw on there where you think we should have holes, the holes is so their tongue can get it, yeah. So once we cover it in the epoxy, we paint it so it looks more natural. Perfection doesn't really happen in the wild, so we're not expecting it to happen here. And if it was perfect, then your eye would be drawn to it more so than if it's just natural looking.
It looks great. Whether it will stop a giraffic jam remains to be seen.
Mara! Stay out of the ride path!
Animal Kingdom is home to thousands of residents. No doubt, life here is different than in the wild. Many animals have longer lives under managed human care. In some cases, a lot longer. And at the foot of the Tree of Life sits a perfect example.
Today is super exciting. Theory, our oldest collared brown lemur, is going to be turning 35 years old, which is a really, really big deal. Their life expectancy in managed care is about 22 years old, so he's far, far surpassed that. The secret to his longevity is he's a happy lemur.
This arboreal birthday boy is quite the sprightly senior. A resident for over 20 years, Thierry shares a habitat with recent arrival Antoine.
We got Antoine a little over a year ago now. They do hang out. They'll sleep together a lot of the time. There are a couple of big things that are conservation issues in Madagascar. One of the largest ones is habitat loss. Over 100 different species of lemurs just found in Madagascar, and they're finding new, species and subspecies fairly frequently still. And they range in size from the smallest, like the mouse lemurs, all the way up to about 3 feet tall, which are the Indri. The Disney Conservation Fund actually helps fund projects in Madagascar that help both the collared lemurs and other lemur species that are found only there. All right, it's breakfast time. There you go. Come and get it, little old man. As part of his daily enrichment, I put out a bunch of different feeders. It changes every day. So he's gonna come out, he'll hit every single one of them. He'll pick out his favorites, and then everything else will go on the ground. Oh, well, that's a no. He knows what he likes. He just says, give me the good stuff. No lettuce today, I guess. Nope, not that one. We don't like it, we don't eat it. It's like under the ground it goes. Ah, now you found something you like. These are good. Told Theory's actually gonna get a birthday cake later. So I hope he doesn't just pick through it and throw everything out. I hope he actually eats it.
So Rosie kind of got really put in her place. Physically, Rosie is fine. She's in good shape. But we just need to think more about how we're gonna proceed with the introductions. To keep the river a positive place to be, and to have her have more of those positive interactions with those hippos, we're just gonna have her out with Viviana and Ramona for the time being. Ramona just came out. Rosie probably sees her now.
Patient Ramona continues to teach How to Play Nice 101. If Rosie will listen remains to be seen.
And yeah, that's very normal, the very small, subtle jaw clash. He's like, okay, I won't keep approaching you like that. Apparently you don't like it, so I'm just gonna stay where I'm at or go somewhere else. And Ramona's just kind of holding her ground like, this is where I want to be. That's just how they're talking to each other. Rosie, I really hope you learned your lesson.
Gradual progress is still progress.
Definitely respecting Ramona's boundaries. Backing off a lot more than before, where she would just keep approaching them, and keep pestering.
With her education coming along, Rosie stays in the girls' club for now.
Good job, Rosie. There you go. Look at you hanging out with the girls. That's what we want to see. I'm helping you with the birthday cake for Thierry, the lemur.
For Thierry's 35th birthday, diet experts at the Animal Nutrition Center whip up a little treat.
35 is a little old for a lemur. He's getting up there, so we really have to make sure he has a special day. So we're gonna start the cake. We're gonna add a little bit of water to his Browse biscuit. So this is something that he normally gets.
Ground corn, soybean meal, and vitamins form the base of Thierry's cake.
So we were thinking we can mix the blackberry juice with a little bit of the rice cereal and make it icing for his cake.
Okay. Let's see if we can make it look like a frosting. Okay, I'm gonna add this just to the top.
Okay.
All right.
And we have some fun little shapes that we can put on here.
So Jell-O is a nice treat. This one is orange. It's a special occasion.
I think it looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful. Yeah. Happy birthday!
I can't wait to go to his birthday party.
Hey, guys!
We have a cake for Theory.
Oh my God, it's so cute!
Oh my God.
Oh, that turns
Thank you. Theory, are you ready for your birthday party?
I have Theory's birthday cake.
He's like, I'm not sure what this is, but I do see some blueberries and I see some grapes.
A cake fit for a lemur king.
There we go.
But will Thierry take a bite?
Come get your cake, bud.
It's for you.
Theory, come on, buddy.
All mine. Oh, we got a strawberry.
Oh, there you go. Good job. What'd you think? He loves icing.
I think the icing is a big hit.
It was the blackberries?
Yeah, it was a good call on the blackberries for sure.
Blackberry frosting and fruit hit the spot. The rest,
Birthday.
not so much.
Happy birthday, dear Theory. Happy birthday to you. He looks pretty good for 35.
Yeah, he's doing great.
If lemurs could talk, Thierry would say, I had cake. Did you?
Oh,
Oh, here comes Antoine to finish off his cake. Theory, I hope you weren't saving that for later. Ah, you really take the cake, Antoine.
Back at the seas,
Good boy. Good job, bud. Beautiful.
the team has a new plan for Tolstoy's growths. He returns to the veterinary treatment room, this time with Dr. Natalie.
So the notion today is that we just need to get this cleaned up. Those are the ones. The difference is that we're going to start with the photobiomodulation therapy right after, hoping to prevent this fibrin accumulation. Keeping it clean as possible. The ouchy stuff is done. And as soon as Shelby's done holding it for a few minutes, then let's go ahead and start with the photobiomodulation therapy.
Photobiomodulation is a treatment that was purely science fiction when Tolstoy hatched out 100 years ago. It's also known as cold laser therapy.
So it's supposed to stimulate your cells and it's supposed to promote healthy cells to come out and like heal.
Okay. In combination with topical steroids, the cold laser works its magic.
So some places use it for like post-operative care or to promote that good blood flow to promote faster healing.
Treatment over. It's time for Tolstoy to rise and shine.
Make him wake up.
All right, reversal given. Wake up, puppy. Open.
Tolstoy shows no sign of stirring.
He's not breathing right now on his own. He's showing some responses. It's just that by now I'm used to him being already awake.
Dr. Natalie wants a second opinion from Dr. Ryan.
This is what's bothering me, is that it's not very typical. He's not recovering like he typically does. By now, he usually has his eyes open. He's not moving past this stage, and I don't like it.
You don't like it. It'll make you wake up.
The vet team uses painless stimulation methods to try to wake Tolstoy.
How long off of reversal?
20 minutes.
By now, he usually has his eyes open.
But he fails to regain consciousness.
So he should be waking up by now, and I'm starting to get a little concerned.
One simple strategy might help.
What I found in the past with him is that a little bit of that water and a little bit of depth kind of makes him go, oh, I'm supposed to be awake now.
Tolstoy needs to get to his native element urgently.
And so do we have a time frame at all? Do we know? Minutes, okay. I hope this works. Go ahead and extubate him. Why don't we go ahead? You comfortable dropping it a few inches?
Okay, Kim. Stop.
Another breath.
There we go. There's a nice breath. Good boy.
He's totally awake now.
Yeah.
What a relief. Welcome back, Tolstoy.
He really responded well. He did exactly what I wanted him to, which was to start breathing well and to really start moving around. And I'm hoping that tomorrow morning what I'll find is a normal Tolstoy with no concerns.
After months of treatment, Tolstoy's well enough to rejoin the main habitat.
He is back out there acting like his young 100 self, and I just feel like You know, he's got that spark back in him. So we're so excited to see this guy back.
With the growths gone, his movie star good looks return. But Allison needs his appetite back, too.
Good morning. Welcome to the party. I think Tolstoy is doing amazing. He has far exceeded our expectations, and I bet he'll live another 100 years.
We got a couple giraffes standing in the ride path right now. You're trouble, you know that? Hi, sweet girl.
Out on the savannah, keeper Rory pins his hopes for fewer giraffic jams on the new feeders.
So I'm gonna make sure all of this is secure and safe for the giraffe. And let's hang this up. Good to go. The holes in here are gonna help these giraffes. They're gonna use their really, really long tongue. And instead of just a regular bucket that they can stick their face in, we're gonna make them work for it. So, you know, on average, if we just had a normal bucket, the giraffe would be here for a couple of minutes. But if we make them work for it and we have these little holes that they need to, you know, extricate the goodies, they might be here for a little bit longer. All right, new feeder. We gotta keep these giraffes engaged. We gotta keep them happy. We gotta keep them out of the ride path. You better work. Here we go. It's all riding on you. I got this brand new feeder for you full of goodies. Come on over.
If Rory can get ride-stopping leader Mara to use the feeder, the others might follow suit.
Mara! Mara! Come here! That's it, use the feeder! That's it, Mara, you can do it! Use the feeder, stay out of the ride path!
Mara's a convert. The rest of the herd move in. And the ride path, crystal clear.
Total success.
Wakey, wakey. Oh, there's a nose. Oh, I see a nose. Hi. There's some tasty snacks here. There we go. Oh, there she is. Hey, sweet girl. She loves the avocado, and we actually mix it with banana. She's excited. Yeah. Favorite. Enjoy that snack. Perfect.
Every day is magical at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. But for Mac, the African bull elephant, today is once in a lifetime.
So today is Mac's 40th birthday. So we are getting together a little birthday party for him. We have a birthday cake made by our Animal Nutrition Center.
I like his sweet potatoes. His icing, yes.
Oh, yeah.
His sweet potato icing.
Good boy, Mac, come on.
No time to waste. Mac loves a party.
The theme is St. Patrick's Day.
What are you planning on using the carrots for, Jen?
I'm gonna make little gold inside of his pot of gold. So use the watermelon for that.
Oh, very cool, okay.
Yeah. Good boy.
Another favorite, frozen fruit treats.
So I'm going to be making these ice treats here and trying to coordinate with the rainbow that we're doing with the elephant team. I'm going to do sweet potatoes and carrots in one layer for orange, apples in the other for red, blueberries for blue. I'll be doing celery for green. And then one of Mac's favorites is bananas.
All right, Mac, go on.
Boy. It's gonna be delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed it.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Yep, ready. Let's go.
St. Patrick himself would approve of this spread. Mostly.
Come on, Mac! It's your big birthday celebration.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I'm so excited. Here he comes.
Mac has a really big personality. He's just really fun to work with. As he's getting older, you can see that he is aging.
He is a distinguished older gentleman.
He definitely still has what it takes to keep up with our younger elephants. Keep going. Look at all this other stuff. There's so much more.
Uh-oh, yep, there we go. Oh, happy birthday, bud.
Oh. Look, there's watermelon. You deserve that pot of gold. He says, let me just knock these carrots off. I don't need those.
We don't need the healthy bit.
Not necessary.
Oh, good boy.
Watermelon.
The watermelon. I like when he eats it and he closes his eyes.
Yes.
Because it's so good.
What a great birthday celebration.
Ooh, that's a big piece.
Oh.
He ate it. Uh-oh, brain freeze. Got a good nutrition.
Mac has 2 young daughters at the park. 11-year-old Luna and 5-year-old Stella. But the team hopes that changes soon.
We are seeing more testosterone with him. We've been tracking his levels through his blood and in his behavior as well. So we're seeing it on the charts, but we're also seeing it behaviorally.
This change in behavior is called must.
Some of the signs of must for elephants is urine dribbling. They start secreting from their heads, those glands right near their ears. He's got a little bit of an attitude, he's a little crabby.
In the wild, male elephants and must square off with other males to attract females.
From someone outside the barn, they, oh, that seems terrible. For us, we're actually really excited that he's got a little bit of an attitude now.
At the right time, to the right female, a musty Mac is quite the catch.
All right, Nadira down. Good girl.
And the team hopes 16-year-old Nadira could be the one.
Nadira, foot. That's a good kid. Good foot.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
All right, Nadira, ear. Back up. Steady. Nadira, ear. Good, steady.
Today we're gonna do a blood draw from Nadira's ear. We're gonna use that blood draw to see if she's cycling. It's not painful, it's just a little butterfly needle. And the ear is the thinnest part of their skin. So most of the time they don't even feel it, they don't even realize it's happening. And then right afterwards, they get a big treat. All done.
Using the blood draw, Liz performs a quick test to determine if Nadira's ovulating.
It only takes a few drops. And then 15 minutes. Very, very faint, but I see it. If you see anything, it means that it's positive. That means that she might get pregnant.
Steady. Good girl. Nadira's on her way.
She's gonna spend some time with Mac this morning.
Science says it's the perfect time for a meeting with Mac. But now, it's up to the two of them to make the magic happen.
It's exciting. Hopefully it happens.
Good girl, Nadira. Mac's waiting. Don't eat GoPros.
At Gorilla Falls, while Gino the silverback grapples with family life. Just across the hill, Animal Kingdom's bachelor group takes it easy.
There are 4 gorillas in our bachelor troop. This is Kajana right here. He's the biggest male in our troop, and he's our leader. Gus is all the way back that direction. This is the Wadi, Spike's half-brother. Oh, here comes Spike. He's the one that's coming up the hill over here. Spike and Zawadi, they're very close. They spend a lot of time very close together.
Male gorillas who don't have families form all-male squads like this one.
These bachelor troops are necessary, and it actually happens in the natural environment as well. These guys have lived here most of their lives. They've been here since the park opened. Their relationships are just as important as the family relationships.
Despite living separately, the two groups are on friendly terms.
They can see over into the family habitat really well. Spike is actually one of our gorillas that spends a lot of time orienting to the family. He'll actually sit and make googly eyes at Lily.
But sometimes, Spike struggles to make it to his lookout.
A couple of years ago, Spike came down with an illness. He basically lost the ability to move his back legs. He was essentially paralyzed.
Spike was infected with rat lungworm, a parasite transferred through snails.
Sometimes you have no symptoms at all, but sometimes it affects the brain and the spinal cord, and you can be paralyzed, just like what happened with Spike.
Because of our amazing veterinary staff here, we were able to treat him.
With the help of physical therapy specialists, the team designed a program to help him regain his mobility.
To see him go from being an animal in such a compromised condition to recovering from his illness, being able to walk again, reuniting with the group, it's been such a wonderful experience. He's an amazing animal, but he still has lasting effects from what happened back then, so he has some good days and some bad days.
All right, we're ready for Spike and Zawadi.
So every month or so, I go down and visit with Spike because we want to make sure that his quality of life is really great.
Spike and Zawadi are in the yard.
Where's Spikey?
Worryingly, keepers notice a decline in Spike's mobility.
See how he's dragging that foot.
Do you see how he's bearing weight on his right leg and that left leg is leaning in? That's worse than it was. That looks not very good.
The more he's using it, he tires out, and then that's when it starts to drag more.
He's a big animal. It's a lot when both of your legs aren't feeling great. I am really worried. His knees aren't working the way they should, and I'm very concerned about what's happening there.
Spike needs to be sedated for an examination as soon as possible.
In the immediate sense, we'll start him on some anti-inflammatories to get him better, more immediate.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
About 100 miles southeast of the park sits Disney's Vero Beach Resort. And as night falls, some extra special guests are due.
We always have to remember to look behind us too, because they could be coming up just behind us as we walk.
Conservation Programs Manager Rachel waits on the beach to welcome them.
So we're out here on the beach this evening to look for loggerhead sea turtles so that we can study them and perform health assessments on them. We could see 3 different species this evening, the loggerhead, which we're looking for, also green sea turtles and leatherback sea turtles. We estimate that only 1 in 1,000 sea turtles survive to adulthood, which is why every single egg and every single hatchling matters a lot.
Every year, mama turtles make thousands of nests along this stretch of coastline. The team uses night vision to avoid disturbing them.
We're hoping to see either turtles emerging directly from the surf or a turtle that's already begun her nesting process. So I see something moving up in the bushes. Yeah. I think she's like up in the dune. Yeah, she's up there. Awesome. It's a green turtle. They're notorious for going up in the vegetation and making a huge mess. There she comes. We're staying back at the water's edge and watching her from a distance because we are only out here to study loggerhead sea turtles tonight. They'll lay a new nest every 2 weeks or so for the entirety of the nesting season. This sometimes results in 600, 700, 800 eggs per nesting female. It's amazing to see.
As dawn breaks, Rachel heads out to see if any other turtle mamas have laid.
It's reading the sand for clues. We call it turtle CSI. There's one. We found a new loggerhead nest. We can see these lovely tracks coming up from the ocean, ascending up the beach, and then we see this lovely big fluffy pile of sand, and that's our indicator that this is a nest.
Every 2 to 3 years, female loggerheads journey thousands of miles to nest in the same area they hatched from.
When the nesting female came up here last night, she dug out an egg chamber that looks like sort of an upside down light bulb. And she did that entirely with her rear flippers. After that point, she went into the camouflaging phase. She meticulously covered the nest back up to make sure that she protected this nest from predators.
Eggs laid, the mama loggerhead leaves and doesn't come back. Rachel steps in to monitor and protect the nest.
I'm digging to verify the clutch location. We only dig until we find the top egg in the clutch. I can feel the top of the clutch here. We don't pull any eggs out. We don't disturb the nest at all.
You find it already?
I found it, yep. I got it on the first hole. So I'm just putting some protective flagging tape around this nest to make sure that everyone knows where not to step. Danielle's packing in the sand really tight and make sure to leave it exactly as we found it. These nests are temperature dependent in terms of what sex the hatchlings becomes. The warmer eggs will turn into female hatchlings and cooler eggs will become males. We at Disney like to affectionately call that hot chicks, cool dudes to remember it. She tries to find that sweet spot in the sand where the upper half of the nest is slightly warmer than the lower half of the nest.
In around 2 months, the little hatchlings will make their way to the sea.
Loggerheads are rapidly declining elsewhere throughout their range. So we're really happy to be able to see them thriving here in Florida. It's just due to all the conservation efforts of so many decades, so many people.
Over at the Elephant Barn at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the team hopes romance is in the air.
So Max already stationed in the bull yard. He's been hanging out there for the last hour or so. But here comes Nadira, and we'll see what happens. So this is their initial greeting. This is great behavior. Like, Nadira is comfortable enough and she's confident enough to go up to him. She wants him to interact with her, which is great. And then her turning. So her walking away might seem like she's not interested, but that's just kind of how this process goes. And if he were to stop at any moment, you'll probably see her stop as well so that he can catch up. And now she's coming back just to kind of see what he's doing. There is a little bit of flirting, I guess you could say. Like sparring between the two of them. It's a lot of sniffing.
But will Mac make his move?
Oh, here he comes. Maybe? She's moving. She'll stop, hopefully sometime soon.
Elephant romance can't be rushed.
So this is probably gonna go off and on all day. This is always like the frustrating part. So they're both being very polite. They're both being very gentle.
Mac moves at his own pace.
We'll keep them together for most of the day still, and we'll probably give them more opportunities throughout the week.
But Nadira wants to move things along.
That's definitely something that we are looking for. We want her to stand for him. There he goes.
A perfect elephant meeting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully get a little baby Nadira.
Over at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. The stables at Tri-Circle D Ranch are home to a fairy tale star in training.
I'm excited for your big day.
Say hello to Lily.
Lily's training to be a Cinderella pony for our Disney's fairy tale wedding.
People from around the world choose Walt Disney World Resort to host their weddings. And at some, Cinderella's ponies transport couples to their happily ever afters.
It does take a lot of work to become a Cinderella pony. To be a part of someone's special day is truly magical. Are you ready? She says, just eating breakfast. She's in no hurry. She says, you guys move on my time.
Today, little Lily needs a big breakfast.
It's a special day for Lily because she's heading to Disney's Wedding Pavilion to practice for the fairy tale wedding. Are you ready for your big day?
If the training goes well, Lily will be in line for her first real wedding.
But what we want to do is make sure all of the spots are off. So it's very important that she's looking her best. Get your hair out of your eyes. Hi, Elsa. Good morning. So this is Elsa. This is Lily's friend that is going to support her. Elsa says hello. Yeah, it's a good girl. This is actually the first time that Lily's going to put on the wedding harness. The key is to make sure that everything we do, she's like, ooh, scratch me, is comfortable for her. And when she goes out there, we want her to feel her best.
All right, Lily, let's go.
Beyond the ranch, Walt Disney World Resort brims with activity.
The first step for Lily's training is for Lily to be confident out there because she's going to encounter a lot. They see lots of children, strollers, balloons. We want to make sure that she enjoys all of it.
In today's session, Lily will see one of the park's most famous features for the first time. The monorail.
Makes a lot of noise and it's higher than them. So we want to make sure that they're not afraid of anything. We don't want her to be scared. We want her to come over here and be really relaxed doing her job. Are you ready to go?
Elsa, are you ready to show her the ropes? Do the
There it is.
monorail, pretty girl? All right, step. So good girl. Oh, that's such a good girl.
So she's licking her lips. That's showing she's relaxed. She's not tense anywhere. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Training session 1 is a win. Time to rest before the next challenge.
All right, off we go.
All right.
Over at the veterinary treatment room, the team welcomes a special guest. Bachelor gorilla Spike's decreased mobility has Dr. Natalie worried about his quality of life.
Today, we're going to do a CT scan of both his knees.
1, 2, 3.
So we have our veterinary technicians, we've got 3 veterinarians, we've got all of the husbandry staff. So there's going to be a lot of folks here today.
He weighs 175 kilograms. Thankfully, we have our hydraulic table. Yes. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the ECG. Okay.
Good boy.
Awesome.
1, 2, 3. Stop. Stop.
Keeper Courtney has worked closely with Spike since his parasite infection.
He's one of my favorite girls. We've seen him have some pretty dramatic ups and downs. We don't always know what's going to happen, so it's always a little bit scary. Each time he has one of those downward slumps, we don't know if he's going to come out of it as well as he did the last time.
He's staying nice and cozy. ECG hooked up, and he's got a nice steady rhythm there.
The CT scan uses a series of x-rays to create a 3D map of Spike's skeleton.
Looking through these images that we took of Spike's knee, I'm not seeing anything obvious. I can make some things out, but nothing that would be causing the degree of discomfort that he gets.
Good job, big man.
I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed.
The team needs to know how compromised Spike's mobility is.
We've got our occupational therapist here, and she's going to be able to actually touch his knee, which she's not been able to do for a very long time.
So right now we're really just looking at a lot of his passive range of motion. Seeing how everything moves, we're gonna look a lot at symmetry to see if one side is doing the same thing as the other side.
The therapists find something deeply troubling.
Look at the muscle tone here and then nothing right there.
The musculature on his right side is very, very thick and very, very strong. When you compare that to what we see on his left side, you feel just soft tissue that really isn't able to be used the way that he is intended to use them.
Spike's condition is deteriorating.
This concerns me a lot.
It's hard to see. We want to make sure that he's not in any pain. Because he moves okay, but we just want to make sure that he's not hurting.
Get you all harnessed up.
Back over at the ranch, 3-year-old Lily has a much bigger challenge ahead.
All right, Lily, you can do this. She's going to be pulling the wagon with 3 other ponies here at Fort Wilderness Campground. This is the next big step for Lily to be a Cinderella pony. Nice and slow, bud. Go boy, easy, slow.
Lily's pulling a training wagon today. Cinderella's out and about in her coach.
All right, Elsa. So we are hooking up Sherlock and Elsa to start with, and then we'll hook up Wilbur and Lily together. Take you over to Elsa here. Very good, Lily. So being in the lead helps Lily be able to move around. She actually is very confident by herself.
But walking as a team is a whole nother ballgame.
She says she's ready to go. Okay, ready? Team step. Good girl, Lily. Good girl. We're gonna go to the right, let her out. Okay, there you go. Kind of an easy way to read the horse's body language here. One of the first things you can look at is their ears. With Lily, you can see her ears are kind of doing different things every few seconds. She's just trying to figure out what's happening and where she needs to be, where the other ponies are.
She's getting her tongue over, Deanna.
Okay.
Just a little bit of it.
Easy.
Easy. Oh, whoa. All right, let's stop for just a second, Deanna. Let me fix her.
No, whoa. Good girl. Good girl. I want her to stay straight and not walk sideways or be looking around too much.
After an adjustment to her harness, Lily is ready to try again.
Team step.
Easy, easy. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl.
There we go, Lily.
The only way to pass this challenge is together.
So I need to make sure I have all 4 of the ponies even with each other. So I'm pulling on my left line here on Wilbur and Lily to get them to turn. There we go, Lily. Good girl, Lily.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. Easy.
Lily is doing amazing. She is going through the turn beautifully. She is taking charge and really showing that she's going to be an amazing lead pony.
And Lily's first wedding is already booked.
I can't wait to see her first wedding. She was born to be a Cinderella pony. Good girl, Lily.
Good girl. That was so good.
I kind of like
next to the wedding. Huh.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting.
100 miles away at Vero Beach, Conservation Representative Caitlin checks on loggerhead turtle nests that have just hatched.
3 mornings ago, we noticed in this particular nest, there was this little divot of sand here and dozens and dozens of little teeny tiny turtle tracks coming down out of the sand. We give them 3 days to make it out on their own, let nature take its course, and then after that time, that's when we're gonna dig in and do the science work. We're excited to see what we find. My hope is to find a lot of empty eggshells, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit excited every time I found a hatchling who needed a little help in the nest. I'm gonna dig down through, see what we find here. First handful. Oh, check it out. We got a whole nice egg right there. That's awesome. This is probably an unfertilized egg, and that happens. Turtles land for this. Lay as many as you can, and hopefully the majority of those eggs are gonna hatch out and make it to sea. I'm loving the color and texture of all the empty shells we're putting out. It's nice, healthy, white, papery shells are a great sign that these eggs had a really easy time on the beach and developed really well.
To find out how successful the nest is, Caitlin counts up the contents.
We have 79 empty eggshells. That means 79 sea turtles hatched out of this nest here, which is a really, really great number. Only 5 that didn't make it or develop, and that is at one heck of a success rate. That's really, really great for this nest and for sea turtles in general.
Caitlin has several nests to check.
You can see just how many came out. These tracks all lead straight to the water, which is a great sign. Oh, something's moving. No way! Hi, buddy! Check it out! Amazing! Hey, this is a loggerhead hatchling, and he is ready to go. Looks like he was just sitting at the top of the nest, but we'll give him a little bit of a helping hand right now. We'll let him go. I don't want to delay him.
This little one has a huge swim ahead that will take more than 24 hours.
Literally like a marathon. Off the coast of Florida, there's a big patch of algae that they can hide in. There's food in there for them. I know it looks rough right now, but it's a good way to get his strength up before he has to swim. It's the first time he's used those muscles. So hard to watch as he it just keeps getting beat back. It'll take a couple tries, but he'll get out. Oh, it always feels so incredible to be able to give a hatchling a helping hand. And if it's a female, we're gonna see her come back in 30 years. See you later, little guy. Good luck.
Good morning, Lily.
Dawn at the stables.
All right, Lily, we have a surprise for you. It's your big day. Ready for your surprise, Lily? Lily, look, it's your mom. She's gonna go with you today.
Make sure that
Finally, it's a wedding day. And the ponies need pampering.
Well, we put a bunch of soap all over them and we scrub them down. Make sure to scrub their manes and their tails, their faces, and even their hoofs. Lily, you're all clean. It's time for you to get dressed and ready to go. All right? Come on, Mom.
The team gets ready backstage at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. And today, only Cinderella's coach will do.
Lily, you're gonna be great today. Your mom's behind you and Deanna's driving. You're gonna be awesome today.
Team step.
Girl, Lily.
Good girl, Lily. Good girl.
Disney's wedding pavilion is half a mile away.
Good job, Lily.
Slow down, Deanna. I got an honor rail coming in the bay right now. Okay. That's a good girl.
Good job, Lily. This is exactly what we've been preparing for with Lily. She looks like she's been doing this her whole life.
Walk out.
Good girl, step. Step. Team step. Good girl, step. Easy. And wolf. All right, now we're just gonna wait for our bride to come out.
She did so good. She's so relaxed. She says everyone gets scratches.
Scratches are nice anytime.
Girl.
But Lily's waited her whole life for this moment.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I feel like Cinderella. So magical.
Your Prince Charming awaits. Good girl, Lily.
Good girl, Lily. I am beyond excited. We knew her destiny from the beginning, and to see it all come together has just been truly magical.
Lily finally gets her wish. As for the fairy tale bride,
I finally found my Prince Charming.
Guess what I found?
Oh, good girl.
We are having a very busy day today. We have a reproductive specialist here.
It's been 3 months since Mac and Nadira's first mating meetup.
So we do have blood results that indicate she is pregnant. I'm really happy. It's something that the team, we've been working towards it for a very long time. And what we are hoping today is being able to conduct the ultrasound and to have more confirmation.
Ultrasounds can only image a foot beyond the probe.
So going through their thick skin is quite difficult. So what we do is we go rectally. All right, I'm going in with the probe. In.
Daddy. Nadira. Daddy.
Dr. Wendy aims for Nadira's uterus.
Girl, right I'm a few inches off, so close. So I'm wondering if
do you want
Dr. Ryan wants to try to stick his head in because he has longer arms.
I'll give it a try. I'm gonna get messy. Hope I don't strike out, huh? I think I have some extra britches in my office.
Try to come back towards her feet, you know what I mean? There we go.
There.
Hold on. That is tip of the uterus right there. There's a lot of vasculature there. Looks suspicious of a pregnant elephant.
Dr. Wendy sees extra blood flow in the area, a positive sign. But even with Dr. Ryan's long arms, the key shot lies out of view.
It appears that part of the uterus that we need to image has already fallen over the brim of the pelvis, so we can't access it with the angles and the depth that we can access in there.
Even though we weren't able to see an actual photo of the elephant baby, there were still signs on the ultrasound that indicate she is pregnant. So I still feel really good about it.
The gestation for an elephant is 22 months. So it is almost 2 years.
We have several opportunities to try to get another one.
Back at Vero Beach, early morning crowds gather for a race with a difference.
Welcome to the 15th annual Tour de Turtles!
The Sea Turtle Conservancy created the Tour de Turtles program, helping to release turtles every single year here at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So here we have 2 female loggerhead sea turtles that successfully deposited their nests on the beach last night. And right now we're here applying satellite transmitters to the top of their shell. Our 2 sea turtles are swimming alongside 19 other sea turtles that are participating in the Tour de Turtles this year from locations all throughout the Caribbean.
The trackers allow biologists to monitor sea turtles away from their nesting beaches.
These transmitters don't harm the turtle at all, and they fall off naturally after a couple years. They're going to help us learn really valuable information about the foraging pathways of several sea turtle species, their migrations, how and when and why they use these different habitats, so that we can be sure to best protect them in the areas that matter most.
Right, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The mamas will swim hundreds or even thousands of miles to reach their foraging grounds.
And they are off, not to return for probably 2 more years to this nesting beach to come and lay more eggs.
As the turtles begin their long migration, the work at Disney goes on.
We've seen our green turtle population numbers go up across the state of Florida, and our loggerhead sea turtle population is remaining stable. My biggest hope is that this trend will be mirrored in populations across the rest of the world. That's why we're all in this role, and we're committed for the long haul.
Walt Disney's dream was to create living, breathing parks for guests to enjoy. Here, thousands of cast members nurture that dream and help it to flourish. Through happy times and sad.
We had to make the hard decision of euthanizing Spike. Despite the fact that it was devastating for us, it was something that we needed to do. He was getting worse, and we needed to make the right decision for him. These are some of the hardest days.
For me, being able to meet these gorillas, to meet Spike, and to work with you guys, I've been able to spend so much time with them, and I've learned so much more. And we've had hard times. And you guys have been able to get them through the hard times and keep them as a cohesive, friendly group. And to me, that's been remarkable and a highlight of my career to be able to do that.
Thank you. So I'm gonna give these guys a call and we'll watch the boys come out and you can kind of get a feel for how they're doing now. Hey, are you guys ready to ship boys out?
They're coming out now.
Here we go.
Oh, there's Gus. Yes, our old man.
The bachelor gorillas are still coming to terms with the loss of Spike.
So see, normally Kajana would run. Hey, bud. He's looking back. He's making sure Gus is there. He's definitely adjusting.
How's Zawadi been doing?
Zawadi used to always pace himself according to Spike. So Spike was often very slow because of his ability. And you can see he's coming right out. He's moving out further because he doesn't have to do that anymore. You know, they were together for 25 years. And so it's a complete change. It's really interesting because gorillas actually do seem to grieve almost like people. It's been really hard for the gorillas. And it's been really hard for the caregivers as well. I want them to understand how proud we are of them for all the efforts they gave for Spike and how much better they really did make his life. I think that is the one thing to be said about being a keeper and being a vet is that this is kind of what we signed up for is we know this is going to happen and we make things work and we move forward even when the bad things happen. And I think that's what makes us so strong. We'll all get through it because that's what we can do for Spike.
I need a hug.
This is Linda, the radiated tortoise. I've spent many an hour out here walking a tortoise. Tough job. Am I in your way? I don't be in the way. There's something incredibly relaxing about watching a tortoise eat. One bite at a time. No rush, no stress, right, Linda? We live a tough life, kid. I'm telling you.
At Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, day dawns for Africa's mightiest meat eaters.
All right, Troy, are you ready to shift 1.2 lines on show? Have a great day.
Three majestic lions. Rule this savannah.
You'll normally see them walk their whole perimeter and scent mark a lot of different things. This is how lions communicate, not only with each other, but with other lion prides in the wild. After they survey their surroundings, typically you'll hear them vocalize too. Is that beautiful roar. And that's pretty typical lion behavior. That's how they announce themselves. Kenzie's kind of got like a rasp to her vocalization. Kamari likes to do a quick huff. And then Dakari is just big, loud, and powerful. Them vocalizing is one of my favorite things in the world. I've worked with him for 2 years, and hearing that sound every day just gives me goosebumps. You'll see a lot of play behavior. One of their favorite things to do is spar and play with each other. Our two sisters, Kinsey and Kamari, really love to see who can sneak up on the other first. It's always been one of my biggest goals to work with these beautiful African carnivores, and I have fallen in love with this bride. Good morning, Kamari. How are you doing today? You having a good morning? From this vantage point, they can see the entire East Savannah. Our Bonnebuck, our waterbuck are coming out here. We have our ostriches. They definitely get really hyped when the ostrich comes soaring by.
But at the happiest place on Earth, a hidden network of moats and barriers keeps predators and prey apart.
Right now, we are introducing some of our baby rhinos to the Savannah. Are you excited to see the baby rhinos come out? Yeah. We have Milo, Ranger, and their sister Logan coming out every day. These guys definitely keep a good watchful eye over the Savannah when all these babies are coming out and exploring their new surroundings.
A healthy lion needs more than just eye candy.
We get bored looking at the same stuff every single day, so why wouldn't they? They're all entering their teens, which is the geriatric stage in a big cat's life. So we really need to see how the range of motion is functioning. Just like when we get older, arthritis is a big problem. They did a hoof trim on a giraffe yesterday. We put some of those shavings on that rock to replicate natural scents that lions would smell in the wild. Like a giraffe just walked through their exhibit. This is really cool to see her pawing and clawing at that, just like she would be using those muscles to hunt and forage in the wild. Uh-oh.
Behind the scenes, cast member Robin plans to keep the lions' minds and bodies in tip-top condition.
We came up with a giraffe leg.
With a full-scale version of this mini model.
It's got 3 main components here, the big thigh piece, the leg piece, and then the foot ankle piece. We'll try to figure out where we could put those points that the lions could tug on it and take it apart. I have been to Kenya twice. It's really helped me to design enrichment. I have seen lions take down a buffalo. I have seen them hunting after giraffes. As soon as they get a hold of their prey, they're gonna start pulling pieces off.
The challenge is to make a giraffe leg that withstands the force of a 400-pound cat.
We are going to utilize a plastic enrichment ball that is going to allow that natural behavior of pushing with their noses and then utilizing their paws as well. This looks a whole lot like this joint here. They really enjoy fire hose, so I was thinking that this might be something that they would actually be able to tug on, and I might be able to make that look like a hoof. And then this big thigh piece, that looks like this big piece of really, really thick, heavy-duty PVC. If I put it all together, I can definitely make it kind of look like this. And then we're gonna use a garage door type spring, can hold hundreds of pounds of weight, which is exactly what a lion is.
After 5 weeks hard work on her enrichment device,
kind of have all the pieces here that hopefully look like one big giraffe leg.
the full-scale build starts to resemble an actual giraffe leg. Time to make it super realistic.
I'd like to start a little bit darker.
Okay.
And then just start adding layers of color on top of it.
We want it to be something that the lions are going to be interested to go after because it does look like a giraffe leg. But when the guests are going by, we don't want to make it completely stand out. We are almost going to have the leg blend into the rock.
What you've done underneath is going to look really nice.
Yes.
Right?
Perfect.
I'm just adding a little bit of black. You see?
Yeah. Yeah, it completely changes it.
Yeah, it does. Look at how pretty that's looking.
I really like that now.
Let this dry really well and then do some more glazes.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Once we are all done here, we are going to hang it up on those rocks, and I really hope those lions engage with it.
At the seas with Nemo and friends,
Everybody had a bumpy ride.
6 green sea turtles arrive from the wild in bad shape.
Some debris out there. What's happening, buddy? The first thing we can do is take a blood sample because I'm gonna need to know the glucose, the potassium, and the calcium to know if we need to supplement that in the fluids.
These 6 turtles came to Disney, while others went to different facilities for help.
The turtles came to us as 6 of many small juvenile green sea turtles that have washed ashore on the east coast of Florida. A lot of times, some of these smaller turtles will get pushed onto shore when the storm activity is pretty intense. Sometimes they're not doing well and they strand. Sometimes they're cold and hypothermic.
Give it back.
Sometimes it's because they're lethargic and emaciated.
You can't keep that.
The team wants to help the turtles get back to the wild as soon as possible. So Dr. Jen needs to work out exactly what's wrong with each one.
248. 2.48.
They all get a weight check,
Beautiful eyes.
an exam,
Beautiful oral cavity.
and a blood draw.
All right, big man, go easy on me because I'm tired, all right? You guys already bled all those, right?
We bled 2.
Wow, it's like a turtle conveyor belt. What's happening, buddy? Just looking around like, where am I? Well, you're at the most magical place on earth.
I know. He doesn't know yet, but he will.
I like this guy.
I know.
I like his
This guy got
personality
energy.
already. All right, there you go.
Green turtles are a threatened species here in Florida. We are in the business of saving wildlife and caring for these animals and trying to reverse their declines. The reason we're giving these turtles numbers instead of names is because we are actively trying not to get attached to them because they are wild animals, and our sole focus here is to make sure that these turtles are rehabilitated and released back into the wild.
This is number 8. This little guy seems lethargic for sure. Usually healthy sea turtles are gonna be moving around, they're gonna be moving their flippers, moving their heads. He's got some barnacles and some debris on the shells. He'll get lots of TLC. It looks like he may have had an old wound right here, or maybe not so old, but a little bit of blood coming from there. He's had a rough go of life so far, poor guy. This lesion, see how it's kind of soft and pliable? I don't like it. Sorry, buddy, I know. We're just trying to make sure that we take a good look at you. So right here, it looks like he is developing a little bit of a shell infection, and I can get under here really easily with my instrument, which is not normal. I'm worried about him.
Hi, bud. We can get through this.
At the seas, of all the rescue turtles, number 8's shell infection raises the most concern.
He's gonna get antibiotics, he's gonna get a lot of vitamins.
That sounds
But hopefully
good.
he'll be feeling better soon.
Yep,
to
I hope so.
Go for a swim.
He perked his head up right when you said that.
I think we'll be able to help him.
These guys really are sentinels of the ocean. They tell us if the ocean's healthy or not. They tell us so many things about the state of biodiversity in the oceans. And above all, they're just extremely lovable. We're so excited to do everything we can to help these guys.
So this must be 13. Holy moly. Yeah. That's a heavy turtle. Eyes look good. Shell doesn't look as bad as the last turtle. All right, let's do the heart rate. Nice heart rate. So even though he looks kind of lethargic, his heart is beating at a normal rate. So yes for calcium, yes for glucose, no potassium. Okay. Man, all these turtles need glucose. They need to eat some foods.
Although number 13's weight is healthy, his time stranded could mean he's undernourished.
It's always a toss-up when these turtles wash up on shore, what kind of condition they're going to be in. Some of them respond right away to treatment. Some of them it takes a really long time, and we're in it for the long haul.
I'm starting to get pretty worried about this turtle. We may need to consider taking a CT scan. It can let us know a little bit more about what they've been eating. We really need to get a better look on the inside of this turtle and figure out what's going on.
Out on the savannah.
I'm not an engineer, just trying whatever I
Y'all
can
come
do.
up with some good ideas every once in a while.
Animal Kingdom Engineering Services helped Robin install the finished giraffe leg.
We need it in there, and we need it in there solid.
This one set almost flush.
The safety concern is always the strength of those cats. They have a whole ton of strength, so we need to make sure that they can't break any pieces off.
Can we move this whole thing up a little bit?
We want to make sure it's detachable. That's not going to be a permanent fixture, that every time we put it out, it's going to be interesting and exciting for these guys. Yeah, that looks good to me. Just like we need to stay active and stay physically fit, we need to get on that treadmill every once in a while, use those weight machines. We need to offer that same opportunity to these lions. I am happy with the build, how it looks. Now it's up to the lions to let us know if I did it right or not.
It's showtime.
Kinsey looks like she's going to be the first one to come over and investigate. And then there comes Dakari, always very slowly. I put a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of thought into this, so I'm going to be pretty heartbroken if it doesn't work out. That piece of fire hose is working just the way it was supposed to. She's able to grab it with her teeth and tug on it. Kinsey is into that enrichment ball, and that is just what we were looking for. I'm so excited about it. I would call the giraffe leg enrichment a huge success. I think it's going to be a huge benefit in the long run, and it's thanks to a lot of hard work and a lot of teamwork to get us here.
All right. Feistiest and the biggest. Put some extra wrap on him.
At the Animal Kingdom Vet Hospital, Rescue Turtle 13 straps in for a CT scan.
We need to get a better look inside his body. He's showing us some signs that could be consistent with a foreign object in his intestines. In previous cases of stranded sea turtles, we've found things like fish hooks and plastic.
Okay, there we go. You guys got a second?
Yeah.
752.
752, number 13.
There's something in there.
Oh, yeah, some mineral. What has he been eating out there? We're looking at this bright white color, which tends to be mineral. Looks like it's in his GI tract. We can't tell what it is. It could be foreign material, something the turtle ingested when he was in the wild. Could be pollution from the oceans.
There may be as many as 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic debris in oceans around the world, all potentially fatal to sea turtles.
We have moon jellyfish over on this side here. Sea turtles love to eat these jellyfish. They're one of their favorite food types. And since they don't swim away from them, they're a great prey item for them.
To the eyes of a turtle, plastic bags look just like their favorite snack.
It's very confusing, especially early in the morning, late at night, if the lighting's not great. So that can get lodged in their stomachs, can make them really sick. They can get entangled and end up getting really hurt.
We'll have to keep a close eye and make sure that he's able to pass that. We'll have to see how he's defecating. His lungs look good, though.
Yeah, lungs do look great. Oh, yeah. The head facing this way.
Turtle number 8 with the shell infection.
See how it does with the vibration.
Is up next for a CT scan.
Oh, wow. You can really see the fracture that he has on his shell, pretty much spanning the full length of that left side. So it's pretty significant damage there. Wondering if maybe he got hit by a boat when he was in the wild. What we could see from the outside were just some shell lesions that went into the dermal bone, but we certainly could not appreciate that fracture. He was a very lucky turtle, and he's very lucky to be here at Disney now.
This turtle can't catch a break.
He's had a rough go of it so far, it seems. This little guy is looking way worse than the other turtles right now. We'll do our best, but there's no guarantees, especially with how sick turtle number 8 is.
Meet Milo.
Hi, buddy. How's the boy?
A rambunctious little rhino.
Milo is wiggling around to see if I have any food. Very typical baby. He wants to taste test my hands, don't you?
Milo is the first calf of Mom Zhao.
Every time I look at Milo, it just brings so much joy to my heart.
The miracle baby no one thought they'd see.
We found out that Zhao was not cycling properly.
All right, I'm going in.
It was going to be very difficult for her to get pregnant on her own.
So nothing significant on Zhao's ovary.
So she went through a hormone therapy regimen. And now we have Milo. Milo is always a handful, and he's always got a lot going on. He's gonna be all over the place. He gets wild, he gets crazy, he gets very, very adventurous.
Now, he's 7 months old and nearly 3 feet tall. It's time Milo meets his dad, Dugan, out on the savannah.
Dugan has not had a chance to meet Milo. We kind of saved this piece for last. So our big goal with that is going to be some more socialization. If Zhao and Milo can get out there, meet Dugan, that's better dynamics as a herd and very natural for these guys.
But first, Milo needs some medical attention.
A few weeks ago, we noticed that Milo has a crack right there on his primary horn. It doesn't go down terribly deep, but it's odd.
We'll just need to watch this as it grows out, because he does have this line. It looks like it's a continuation of the crack.
Between him sparring with all of his toys, with his mom, probably something over time with him just learning to grow up and be a big boy rhino. Hey, little boy. Hey.
Milo receives a visit from Dr. Ryan.
Oh, that's a good spot, huh? You guys gonna pay me to do this all day? I'm good. I don't think that crack goes into the body of the horn. But with that said, it could break down further because of the instability right there at the tip. Rhino's horn's made of keratin. This is like the tip of your fingernail. It's split at the tip, but it doesn't hurt or really have much sensation. So if we remove that tip of the horn, the base is still stable, and hopefully it'll keep that crack from getting any worse. There's no reason that he won't grow a nice, normal-looking, pointy rhino horn.
You want the whole thing off?
I think I'd do it from the notch.
Okay, from the notch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no possibility he can get something jammed in there. Poor old guy. So rough.
What a good patient.
Is that nice?
We are so excited to release him out on the savannah with his dad, but we really need to take care of this horn first.
All right, let's see how this goes. I know you want it, come on.
At the seas, turtle number 8 gets antibiotics for his shell wound mixed into his food.
These sea turtles are extremely fragile, especially in the immediate post-rescue period. So we're keeping a really close eye on them, especially turtle number 8 because of how poor he's looking. He's my favorite turtle. We're always root for the underdog. That's number 8, to a T. What you say, little man? He has these infected areas of his shell, probably from when the boat hit him, but the infection seems to be going down, so that's good. His activity level's going up, so all signs are pointing positive. Right, buddy? Starting to feel better. Hopefully soon enough you'll go back to the ocean, buddy. He's like, stop touching my nose.
Next, the turtle that may have ingested trash.
Number 13.
Yeah. Good news for him. Fecals every day. Massive fecals last night.
Big poops?
Mm-hmm.
Big poops.
Big poop. Lots of big poops.
That's great. I mean, that's like what we want to see. Good fecal production. Absolutely. Tells us his GI is working well.
This guy is on the road to going home.
Tell me about buoyancy, appetite.
Buoyancy, no issues.
Good.
Appetite. So when we walk up to the tub, he's ready to eat. He's very, very alert. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good.
He looks more like a healthy sea turtle should look. I have a sneaking suspicion that this turtle may be the first one to be released.
An ocean return could be right around the corner.
He's peeing on you.
Every day.
Every day. Oh, look, cuteness.
Over 800 babies have been born at Disney's Animal Kingdom in the past 5 years.
Hi, sleepy wee one.
I love you. I love you so much.
These 2 dashing Hartman's mountain zebras are the first foals of Mom Heidi. Now, she expects a 3rd stripy bundle of joy.
We put hay out for a zebra to have something to graze on when the grass isn't long. We love to give our expectant moms a little bit of extra TLC. We sometimes talk to their belly and talk to the foal and try to get to know it before they're born. Heidi, come on! Hartman's Mountain zebra populations are currently listed as vulnerable, and that's why every baby counts right now. Heidi's pregnant, she's doing her part. I have definitely fallen in love with Heidi. She's always doing something interesting. She's a great mother. She also won't hesitate to put the foals in their place. When she first got out here, she was pretty timid and kind of insecure, but she's kind of become the queen. She'll have to be under anesthesia the whole time.
Backstage, Heidi arrives for a checkup.
Good girl. Heidi is due in about 12 weeks, so she's entering her last trimester. Doing an overall health check. It's really important to make sure that Heidi is up to date on her vaccines, that her hooves are in good shape.
There we go.
She's down.
I found somewhere else.
Her respiratory rate is 12.
Okay. We're going to get a look at her fetus.
I'm going to be doing an ultrasound check of her abdomen, making sure that the baby's healthy and that the pregnancy is going well.
I see a baby. Wow.
What do you see?
We have good fetal movement, so I can see limbs moving. I can see the heart beating. The baby's quite large at this point, so I just catch kind of glimpses at different windows.
This is exciting. It's like a little seahorse in there. Seahorse. Yeah.
It's a real horse.
It's a real horse.
Heidi's ultrasound today went really well. I was really happy with what I was seeing.
I'll get out of your way. That was beautiful. She stood nice.
She's done really well as a mom in the past, so now we're just going to keep a close eye on her and wait for the baby to be born.
Over at the rhino barn,
Milo, it's time, bud. It is super early in the morning, but it's probably the best time to start working on taking off that tip of Milo's horn. All right, we're just gonna hope for the best. White rhinos in particular react really, really strongly to tactile stimulation. So these guys are a herd group. They're gonna be very close together and touching each other. So we're gonna touch Milo to make sure that he feels safe, secure, and comfortable while we do this procedure.
Look at you. I love you. What a workout.
Shouldn't hurt him at all. This part is the only part that has any blood supply to it. The rest of it's just like the end of your fingernails.
He's gonna have a very awkward haircut at the end of this, but what little boy hasn't had an awkward haircut once in their life?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Milo's horn is made of keratin, the same protein that makes up human hair and nails. It's tough stuff.
Wanna switch?
Yes. Doing great, little boy.
Great.
I'm sorry, my hair tickled your ear. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Come here, Milo. I'm just gonna give him a couple seconds. This is hard work.
This is a huge step for Milo. It's his first big medical procedure. Most of our procedures here at Disney are voluntary, so if Milo wants to walk away from us, he is more than welcome to.
Oh, good boy. There you go.
You know how I can tell he's happy? He's got his tail curled.
Oh, good. Sign of a happy rhino.
Change of plans. One keeper saws, the other scrubs.
I don't know if I'm more tired from rubbing him or sawing him.
Yeah, right. You're really making us work for it today, huh? Yeah, good boy.
Okay, we got a piece.
Yay!
All right, buddy, we're almost done.
Yay!
Look at you, bud. That looked pretty good.
You the man.
The best boy. Just like our fingernails, that horn is going to keep growing out and get back to a nice big size. It should not affect him whatsoever.
Horn haircut complete. Milo can charge again. Time to meet his dad Dugan face to face.
Oh my gosh. Whew. Rob and I are going home.
This ground is nice and cold. Oh, okay, yeah. No, seriously though.
Oh yeah, okay. This is nice.
What is my best game plan here?
Backstage at the Seas, 3 turtles prepare to go home.
Our team has spent the last 8 weeks rehabilitating these turtles. They're extremely feisty, they're very, very active. Those are telltale signs that we look for to know that they're releasable. There you go.
Great.
Turtle 8 isn't quite ready yet, but his friends head for the Atlantic coast, not far from where they were stranded.
We're doing our best to put them back into the same location where we found them to ensure their success.
Now with the all clear,
Here we go.
Turtle 13 prepares for his big moment.
We're so ready. We're going, finally, up to the big ocean.
This turtle is incredibly excited. We see lots of flapping action going on.
Bye.
Okay, we're going. I'll miss you, my friend.
Go, go, go.
go, go! Oh.
We're gently setting these turtles in the water, but these are quick animals. They are just zooming off and taking off into the ocean.
Oh, beautiful breath. One more to go.
It's time!
Hang on tight, hang on tight.
This is the calmest one today. She's like, I'm ready, but I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. Oh, here we go. Here we go, see in that water. All right, be good now. Don't get into trouble because we love you, but we don't want you to come back.
I'm very excited today because it's Grace's 3rd birthday, and we made some really fun enrichment for her and her family. When Grace was first born, she wasn't hitting all of her milestones that we would normally see, so we decided to start doing some therapy exercises with her.
Do you mind seeing if she can climb all the way up to that bar?
Yes. She's showing some delays with her grasp on both her upper and her lower extremity.
We've been doing a lot of work with her the past couple of years, and she's definitely matured and grown. I'm so proud of her and all the accomplishments that she's made in just a short period of time. So we are doing a rainbow-themed party for her, and we decided to make her an ice cake. One of the tests for Grace is going to be able to pick up those small fruits and flowers that we put on the cake for her and see if that physical therapy has really helped her out.
Erica, they're coming out now.
10-4, copy. There she is. Happy birthday, Grace. These boys, they're troublemakers. There's Grace running. It makes me so happy. Grace, come on down. Look at you. She's getting some of the smaller ice treats. So she's eating a flower. You're a little late. Everybody else got your ice.
Backstage, an overnight arrival.
We have had an exciting morning here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Heidi had her foal. We're excited and looking forward to seeing what this foal is going to do. Hartman's Mountain Zebra babies are always an exciting event for us. They are a species of concern in the wild.
But hours-old Trooper is struggling.
Kid is laying down. His eyes are closed.
Trooper is looking a little off to us. When he finishes nursing, we're seeing some milk coming out of his nose. He's coughing a little bit.
Baby, honey, we're sorry, but he needs to get better. Shut it. He's not feeling well.
We don't know exactly what's causing it, but could contribute to conditions such as pneumonia and could potentially be life-threatening. We are going to be transporting Trooper up to work with our partners at the University of Florida College of Veterinary Medicine to do some more advanced diagnostics on him today.
World's greatest rhinos. Here they come.
Horn freshly shorn, It's Milo and Mom Zhao's big day.
It's a big deal for Milo because this will be the first time that he's meeting his dad, Dugan, without any barriers between them. We're very excited to see how he interacts with Milo and if he behaves appropriately. Here she is. What's happening? Here comes Zhao and Mr. Milo.
You know how Helen heading down the runway as well.
10-4, I copy. I don't know what Milo's doing. He looks like he's investigating something. Oh, here comes Helen. Oh, he's very spicy this morning. Very spicy. Which just means he's like overly confident and is looking for trouble. Pretty normal for him and her. And she always handles it really well and is super calm. We will have to watch for this when Dugan comes out and see how Dugan reacts to this. He's very strong, he's very big, and sometimes animals like that don't know their own strength. His horn is continuing to grow, which we expected. The nub is doing really great, honestly. All right, Mel, what are we thinking? Are you ready for the big guy?
10-4. Get him out here.
Finally, Milo's moment arrives.
Dugan weighs over 4,000 pounds. The size difference is pretty substantial, so it's very easy for maybe Milo to get pushed a little too hard and for something to potentially go wrong. Dugan's coming. Yeah, coming in hot. Very excited. Zhao is pushing him back a little bit, letting him know to be a little thoughtful. I don't know why Mom would be triggered. She could just be setting some boundaries with him. The excitement of Zhao getting hyped up like that drew Milo over. So this is the first like adult male he's meeting. Dugan is so great and so calm. Milo will learn from Dugan about how to spar. Zhao's standing there like, I don't know about this, just keeping an eye on things. Zhao's got a mouthful of hay, just needs to supervise, but also wants to feed herself. Multitasking the way every mom does. The fact that Dugan is allowing Milo to approach his neck and get sideways like that is really kind of special. It's really cool when you see adults playing with kids like this. They will essentially pull their punches. He's letting Milo back him down. There's no way Milo physically is actually pushing him back. I have strong suspicions once Zhao realizes that Dugan will babysit, she's gonna enjoy this scenario because she'll get to kind of just eat or nap while Milo's bothering somebody else. It's always exceptionally cute when you have this very small rhino with this very large rhino interacting. White rhinos are the most social species of rhinos, so it's really, really important that Milo learns how to interact with other males, with bulls. It's very early and he's very young, but many years from now, he will start his own family with another herd of females, and hopefully one day we'll have lots of babies and he'll be a great dad just like Dugan. Oh, that's cute. Friendship. Everything today has gone, honestly, as well as we could have hoped it would. And it will allow for Milo and Dugan to kind of build a stronger relationship, and they seem to truly enjoy each other. Oh, Milo's laying down, huh? Nap time. Ooh, that's a real comfortable baby rhino.
After a week in the hospital, baby zebra Trooper returns to the park.
So Trooper's diagnosis is what they call dummy foal syndrome. And what that means is he just didn't have the competency to be able to swallow properly, but he is gonna have a great prognosis long term.
Now he waits to reunite with Mom Heidi.
Trooper has been at a university surrounded by humans that have been taking care of him for the last week, and so we want him to realize that he's a zebra again. Our major concern today is that they won't recognize each other again, and if that happens, we would have to manage them separately, which is not an ideal scenario. Heidi is an experienced mom, and she's doing all the right things. Trooper is starting to nurse, standing under Heidi. We're just watching to make sure that he is going to swallow okay. Heidi and Trooper's introduction couldn't have gone better. Heidi's maternal instincts kicked in immediately, and they've already started bonding. So we are super excited about what the next few days are going to bring.
Good boy. We have Scooter, who's our female, and Zawadi, who is our male. Zawadi has decided what he really wants is to be scratched for the day. He's like, I want you to scratch my belly. You want scratches too? This is one of the things that we get to do with them that makes us fall in love with them. Is that the enrichment you actually want? Your eyes closing? Hyena are actually a lot more like cats. They want that attention, but the suitor sometimes will get to a point where she's like, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna go over here. Zawadi, you're the best boy in the world.
In the land of Asia.
Welcome to Feathered Friends in Flight. My name is Corey.
And I'm Katie. All right, Logan, are you ready? Okay, here we go. You got this.
Logan the Raven gets ready for his big performance.
He comes out just the opening of the show. And he finds a water bottle that was accidentally left on the stage. Good job. He's going straight to the can. And he brings it over to the recycle bin, puts it in the bin, recycles it. Yes, he got it. Good. And that starts the show. Nicely done. You did so good. Good job, Logan. You're so good. We really like to feature natural behaviors of birds and hopefully inspire the audience for caring conservation action. They can see birds from all over the world. Logan definitely thinks he's the star of the show. You can tell he's extremely handsome, and he always gets really great reactions from the crowd. They're so smart. They've done some research that shows that ravens actually plan for the future. They're really good at problem solving and tool use, which is pretty amazing.
Logan's intelligence keeps the team on their toes.
We just need a little more depth in this routine.
Logan's always hungry for a challenge, so they've come up with a new one. He's going to learn how to untie knots, starting with trainer Corey's shoelaces.
He's never done anything with shoes yet?
No.
Okay.
It's a really fun behavior with a really smart bird who I think is going to get this pretty quick, but you never know. Every bird is an individual, so we'll have to see how Logan does. All right, here comes Logan.
Okay, I'm gonna spin him around here. Just set him down on the ground. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. This is a fun puzzle. You give them a puzzle and they figure it out immediately. Good.
That was great.
Logan nails it without breaking a sweat, thanks to a familiar technique.
Katie saying good, he knows. That good word has been paired with food so that he can know he did the right thing, and if he comes back to Katie, he's gonna get a treat. Good. The way you feel that when you learn something new and you're like, I just did that thing. Wow, how cool was that? I did such a good job. That the birds must have that same feeling.
Out in the wild, they got to use their intelligence. There are crows that have been seen dropping things like nuts with a really strong shell onto crosswalks so that the cars will break them open for them. So they're very, very smart. It's how they go through their entire world.
He did awesome. That was
Yeah,
really
that
good.
was really good.
That first training session couldn't have gone better. It was like he had been doing this his whole life already. But it doesn't just stop at the shoelace. There is a second part to this behavior. It's pretty complex. I hope Logan's ready.
All right, let's see if we can find Olivia. This animal is amazing, very mysterious. A lot of people don't know about this animal. They are endangered species, very rare.
At Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, a cousin of the giraffe keeps a low profile.
All these markings are to help them camouflage themselves really well, specifically for the dense rainforest habitat. They're known as the ghosts of the forest. There she is. Olivia the Okapi. Hi, Olivia.
Native to the Democratic Republic of Congo, this type of animal was unknown outside of Africa before the 20th century.
Okapi tongues are so long they can actually lick their eyeballs. Their tongue is very handy for them. It's just an extensive tool. Let's see if she comes. Olivia! Come on, Olivia! Come here. Come on. She's gonna go actually get that browse from the back of my vehicle there, which is perfectly fine. Olivia was born at the barn here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Come on, Olivia, away from the vehicle. She is 8 years old now, and I have raised her from the beginning all the way through where she is now. In the beginning, she does not like humans, so I went in there every single day to say, hola, here comes the breakfast. And then we started building a beautiful relationship. So I think hola to her means here comes the food. She loves banana and Japanese blueberry, which is her favorite. This is Willow, but she hasn't had it in a while.
Olivia has good reason for that healthy appetite. She's eating for two.
It's very exciting for me to see her pregnant because it's coming around full circle. She's pretty far along. It's a 13 to 15 month gestation period, over a year while we're waiting for this baby. I'm gonna be with her every step throughout this pregnancy. I'm gonna be watching with binoculars and making her go, 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 go.
At the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot, a sassy new arrival waits backstage for a checkup.
Alika came from an aquarium in Florida. She's a 12-year-old blacktip reef shark. The first blacktip reef shark here at the Seas.
Found in the Indian and Pacific Oceans, blacktip reef sharks are exceptionally active and curious.
I actually love working with sharks and rays. Sharks look a little ominous sometimes because their teeth are kind of out here, but for the most part, if you really look at them, they're really cool animals and they're really important to the ecosystem.
Alika will join an open environment with over 50 other species, so the team needs to make sure she's healthy. But first, they need to bring her in to sedate her.
We are putting a blow-up pool into this side of the habitat, and they're gonna fill it up with water. We will bring the shark into that smaller volume of water, and that way we can do the anesthesia. It certainly is a large operation. She's a smaller shark, but she's certainly a feisty shark. They're just gonna slowly herd her. Start walking in, Tina. Good job, guys. Take time. There you go. Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Before Alika's checkup starts, the team mixes a sedative into the water.
So she's starting to slow down a little bit, so we feel comfortable moving her. Yep, I think y'all are ready. Nice. Good job, guys.
Yep, she's in. So far, so good. I'm feeling like we're in a good place.
She's so pretty. She's a very pretty shark.
First up, checking the gills with an endoscope.
All of her gills look
Yay,
good, which is
good
wonderful
job.
news.
Next, a look at internal organs with an ultrasound.
So far, so good. Liver health, that's really important in sharks and rays. And so I get kind of a general idea of how big that liver is. It lets me know how healthy or how fit she is. She's in really good condition.
Right.
Yep, we're just about done. All right, guys, you can get ready to wake her up. She's awesome.
The pump flushes Alika's gills with unmedicated salt water to eliminate the anesthesia from her body.
So right now she's starting to move a lot more.
It's just whether or not she could swim off without falling to the bottom and taking a break. You know.
It's kind of equivalent to like an animal waking up and they're stumbling around trying to get their bearings.
If I intervene, I could make it worse. She's kind of in a dangerous phase too. She'll bite somebody right now.
Oh. She's stalling again. You ready for some ventilation? Seems like it's going to be a slow process today.
The longer Alika stops swimming, the lower her oxygen levels will fall. If she stays still for too long, it's dangerous.
She's been off anesthesia for a while now. She should have recovered by now. I'm trying to figure it out. She's not quite recovering in a way that I want for her to, so we're just kind of waiting it out.
At the Seas, the team gives Alika more oxygenated water to help her wake up from anesthesia.
Maybe the handling is causing her to not want to go. I wonder if we should just let her go and see what she does.
Let's set her down on the bottom, back up a little bit, and we'll maybe nudge her from behind and see if she'll move on her own. So what do we want to see? We want to see her off the wall, continuously swimming.
So she's like, okay, when you stop handling me, I'll go. She wasn't ready to go until we said, let's let her be.
Alika moves to another stage on her journey, from a smaller local aquarium to a nearly 6 million gallon new home.
Alika's made great progress today. Before she goes to the main environment, she's going to really have to learn how to interact with the other sharks and learn how to eat cooperatively. I can tell she's a fast learner.
Don't you love it when the birds are smarter than
They're
we
way
are?
smarter than we are. Okay, ready?
Logan the Raven prepares for the second part of his new behavior, pickpocketing trainer Corey's mic wire as part of the show.
Let's do an easy one. Good.
But first, a warm-up with an activity he knows well.
No? This is not your thing this morning? Going into the crate is absolutely the most important behavior that any of our birds know. But today, he is choosing to do just about anything else. And just because he went in the crate yesterday does not mean that he's good at going in the crate today. I cannot speak bird as far as I don't know what Logan says when he makes any kind of vocalization sounds. But I can read his behavior. So in a way, I speak bird a little bit.
He's in, eventually. But before he goes home, the team tries another tactic.
Repetition builds confidence, so the behavior of going in the window he used to do, he's done that a lot. He's done it for months and months and months, so it's a nice, easy behavior for him.
We're gonna try to keep this simple for Logan and set him up for success. We're just gonna try basic behavior of him coming out of his crate and going right into the window. Corey's taking the crate in the blue room and we're trying it in a window that he's super familiar with. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Doors open. Hop back in the crate. Here it comes.
He's on top of the crate in the blue room.
All right, come down here.
I think that is the end of our training session.
Yep, Logan is secure. Logan's secure.
Well, it's always good when we end up with the same amount of birds that we started with. When he's saying, like, none of this is working for me right now, we can just say, that's fine. Let's maybe revisit this training session this afternoon.
This is exciting.
Olivia's in for an ultrasound.
Let's do this.
See if she's ready to come out. Good morning, sunshine. We want to see that little nugget of yours.
If all goes to plan, it will be the first baby Okapi scan at the lodge.
Today is a big deal. We actually want to see if the baby is moving, how it's doing, before the big exit.
Touching?
Olivia, touching. I'm going to start the ultrasound exam.
Okay.
See what you have in there, huh? Good girl.
Good girl, Liv.
This is baby. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a heartbeat.
Okay.
Heartbeat.
Ooh, right
there.
Yep.
We're gonna record that.
Good job, Olivia.
Yep. And so I'm seeing ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of movement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see it moving around in there.
Very active.
Yes.
Can you tell which way it's facing?
Not yet. I haven't been able to see the head. I'm just applying a little bit more pressure, Maury.
No problem. I am monitoring her behavior, and so far she is enjoying her buffet.
Okay.
Happy as a clam right now.
She's very focused on me, which is a good thing.
It looks like a foot.
Yeah. Too bad you can't tell gender. I
know. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
We're happy because we've seen a heart rate, we've seen ribs, we've seen a hoof, and lots of movement.
Awesome. Yes, we're almost at the end. She's still focused on the brows, which is good.
The fact that we're only seeing a head at a time, or a leg at a time, just shows how big she is.
It's an amazing experience to see the images. The gestation period of an okapi is around 15 months, and she's pretty far along.
Olivia's baby will be a welcome addition to this endangered species.
Since she is a first-time mom, we actually don't know if we're going to have any signs that we normally would have with a seasoned mother, so we have to closely monitor her at all times.
In the land of Asia,
I'm ready.
Ready? All right, door's open.
Logan tries again.
What's in there? Is it cool? Yay! That's the Logan that I like to see. Good. Cool. Love that.
Good. Yeah. Beautiful.
There it is.
Beautiful.
Nice job. Lots of treats for that one.
Yes.
All right, so far it looks like, yes,
There we
good
go.
job. Good. Logan is doing way better. He's definitely into playing the game. And just like us, you know, some days you're ready to get out of bed and go to work and do your job, and some days you just really want to stay in bed and drink some hot tea and listen to the rain fall outside. You can do it. Good, good.
Good. Yeah. Beautiful.
With the warm-up knocked out, Logan's big moment awaits.
That was a great session. We got the whole thing together. I think we're pretty much ready for show, is my opinion. What do you guys think?
I agree. That was great. You want to try him and show?
Try him and show.
Let's do it. Big debut.
All right, Logan, are you ready for your show?
At the Feathered Friends in Flight show, Logan prepares to perform his new behavior on stage in front of a live audience.
There's always a risk when we do this the first time in show that's gonna go wrong. I sometimes get stage fright. I think maybe the birds do too. Okay, are you guys ready for show? Yeah. Cool.
The first show is always the most exciting. You never know what exactly is going to happen.
All right, ready to go, on the way to stage.
The audience is there, the lights are there, the music's there, the microphones.
All right, here we go.
I don't know what Logan's gonna do. There's always some excitement around putting a bird in show.
Good morning, everyone!
Hello there.
Welcome to Feathered Friends in Flight. My name is Corey.
And I'm Katie. All right, Logan, are you ready? Okay, here we go.
So I thought it'd be fun to take a moment, mix things up, and maybe invite Logan, the Raven, to come out here, and I could teach him a brand new behavior. Do you want to see a training session?
Logan. Okay, Logan, yeah, not in show, so I guess, yeah, completely new behavior. That's gonna be great.
And then you could interpret what we're working on.
Absolutely. So this is a Raven, Logan right here. Very smart bird. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter how smart they are. We train them all the same way. Positive reinforcements. That means these birds can fly wherever. Hey, let go of my laces.
Nice, nice.
You just give them a treat for untying my shoe?
That was awesome. Good job, Logan.
Keep them over there, because here's the thing. When they get those treats, they tend to think, what did I just do? Can I do that again? Can I get more of those treats? So that's how we train every behavior.
Oh my gosh, look how good he is. So good.
Katie, what's going on?
Logan, no. Yeah, you want to see it again?
No, I don't want to see it again. Look, we should probably just stop it.
Hilarious.
Can you just get him out of here, please? This is not what we're talking about.
What was that? Yes, that bird knows his job.
That was my microphone cable.
That was awesome. Logan did so good. Yeah, good job. You did it. Nicely done. You did so good. Good job, Logan. Good job. You're so good. Woo! You did it. Logan was great. That was so good. So good. You guys did awesome.
Thank you.
What a good show. Bird behavior changes on a daily basis. It's what makes this show so fun. You never know what's gonna happen out there.
High vibes all around.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Today is a very exciting day for us. We are commissioning our brand new glass pulverizer. We're going to turn on the power. We're going to start the trommel. All right, we can hear it rolling around. We're going to start the pulverizer, those swinging hammers in there, and then we're going to fire up our conveyor.
Each year, over 2,000 tons of glass are used at Walt Disney World Resort.
So you can hear the glass rattling around in there. You can even see it over here going up and dropping down.
That's a lot of bottles, but Disney has a clever second use for them.
All right, we're going to shut that completely down.
Turn it into something useful for some of the park's favorite residents.
30 seconds ago, this was a solid bottle, and now it's this beautiful soft sand mix. So that's the sand. On the other side over here, this is a little bigger. So this is more of our gravel-like material. The glass pulverizer processes the glass in such a way that it doesn't have sharp edges anymore, so that makes it very safe for our animals to walk on. Here at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort, it helps the horse by using a regenerative item that comes from right here on Walt Disney World property, but it actually creates less dust on the trails, so our horses are kicking up and breathing in less dust as they walk every day. You can use the glass cullet in pretty much any way that you would use normal sand or gravel. It can be used in beach renourishment, filtration systems, horticultural soil amendments. It's a win for everyone. This unit that we have here can actually process up to 2,000 pounds per hour, so a full ton per hour can go through this machine. It's a lot of fun to see this start out as something, a simple item that a guest threw away and use in our animal areas here at Walt Disney World.
As night falls, Olivia the okapi grows restless. Her baby is on its way. As night becomes morning, the wonderful news spreads.
It's just an amazing thing. We've all been waiting for it the whole time, all the keepers. Yeah, this is a complete circle of life moment coming around. This baby is super cute, super tiny. I'm so proud of Olivia. She's alert, she's focused, and now we're gonna see how she's bonding with the baby. She cleaned it. She has that long tongue, so she can do a lot of surface coverage. And that's how she stimulates the calf to stand up. We're hoping to see signs of nursing. It's very important that she stands for the baby. We don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, so this is the big drama here in the barn. Is it a boy or girl? I just want to make sure that the calf is healthy. That's the #1 goal.
Over at the Seas with Nemo and friends, the sharks prepare for their breakfast.
Snort.
sharks here in the main environment are trained to come on over and eat. We do it super early in the morning when not many other lights are on. So when we turn on that spotlight, that's an indication to our sharks like, hey, come on over, it's your dinner bell, time to eat.
Sharks are trained to follow the lights for their food, so it's safe for other fish to share their environment.
Our system's 6 million gallons, 27 feet deep. We really want that light cue to stand out amongst the dark, that beautiful indicator that breakfast is served.
Before they can join the other sharks, Alika and her buddy Bo must learn to feed using the same light cue system.
Alika is insanely fast, so we want to give Bo, the slower, docile sand tiger shark, a little bit more of a head start. So we're waiting for that great opportunity to turn that light cue on. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this light. Go ahead. Come on, buddy. And let's see if he wants his favorite food item today. Well done, Bo. I'm so impressed.
Now it's Alika's turn.
Oh, I saw you. Come here.
She's a very curious, fast little shark. And so any chance she gets to socialize or come over and inspect, she does.
All right.
Diner is open.
Come on, Alika. Yeah, good girl. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Oh, she did great. I was a little worried at first because she kept turning away from me, and that's usually a clear indicator with sharks of like, hey, I'm not interested in what you have to eat. This is a great step.
Alika's next step is joining the other 50-plus species in the main environment.
All in all, good day. Always a good day with Alika.
Ocapis are super soft, even as adults. And babies are just extra soft. Yes. Soft as velvet. He's so little in that big old stall. He's the tiniest little thing.
Dr. Natty prepares to examine the newest member of this endangered species.
In the wild, there would be normal behaviors where the mother leaves her baby in a safe place, and then she departs to go get food or water, whatever she needs. So we try to take advantage of that natural behavior and examine the baby at a time when it feels okay for Olivia to depart as she normally would.
While Olivia eats, the team makes their move.
Sorry to wake you up, little guy. Let's make sure we have a healthy Okapi calf here. We definitely have a cute one.
Yes.
It is very calming to them if they don't have a lot of strong visual stimulus during the exam.
Pia, what do you see back there? Boy, girl, want to make a call? You're going to get a better look than we have.
It's official, it's a boy.
It's a boy. We only breed boys here at the lodge.
I'm gonna just clean this up.
For the last few years.
It's our specialty, right?
Yes.
That is the cutest little tongue.
So little.
I'm gonna take a look in these big, beautiful eyes.
Big
eyes. What I'm not seeing is any signs of systemic infection in his eyes, which in babies, that's one of the first places it often shows. So that's a really good sign. Everything looks normal. Soft, floppy baby ears. Okay, let's listen to his heart. I'm not hearing a murmur, which means that his heart has made the transition from being in the womb to being in the world.
He's a big boy now.
Here. Welcome to the world. Guys, he looks really healthy.
We're so excited.
Healthy Okapi calf. It doesn't get better than this.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And hopefully he'll just grow and grow and won't need any help from us.
He won't. We're going to be great.
would cuddle him all day if I could.
That's fine.
But he needs to go back with his mommy.
And dropping him down.
Oof. What a day.
It's a magical moment to get to see this brand new, healthy baby. This is not a gift that we get every day, so we cherish every moment.
All right, they're coming. Slowly.
A unique group of elderly female mandrills spend their glory years at Animal Kingdom.
Disney has one of the best mandrill retirement homes. We may actually have the only mandrill retirement home. With this group, we have one female, Evie, who is most decidedly the dominant female. Tammy is an animal that gets along with everyone. She does a really good job of socializing and is definitely very socially savvy. Cleo is a little bit more skittish. She and Tammy do groom each other. They're always interacting and hanging out together.
These are ladies who love to lunch.
This might bring back some memories for people. Good old ants on a log. I'm good with the peanut butter. Maybe not so much the celery part.
Mandrills eat everything, from tree bark to birds. So even celery should go down well.
Oh, someone's coming for the ant on a log. She is scraping the peanut butter and raisins off of the celery and leaving the celery. She has the same sense that we do, that the celery is not the fun part in the ants on a log.
What this trio doesn't know is a new golden girl is in town, and she hopes to join the gang.
We are going to be bringing in a new female. Her name is appropriately Princess, which makes me really, really excited. And it just seems like it's her destiny to come here.
Perfect fit. Nice. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Princess.
Come on, Princess.
Come on out, lady. Good girl. Good girl. That's okay, baby. That's okay.
Princess is 31, over 90 in human years, and recently lost her long-term male partner. But mandrills love company, and this is her only chance to find a new social group.
Her partner did die, and so she is in need of a family. We are happy to provide that for her. I love bringing in new mandrills, and there's a joke on my team that I'm the mandrill hoarder. So I'm the one that's out looking for these single older females to bring in because I want to provide them with that opportunity for socialization.
Let's throw some of this good
Let's
stuff.
give her what she wants.
Kiwi.
Nice. Kiwi's the winner.
She likes some kiwi.
Princess so far is actually looking really, really comfortable. She's been willing to take food from us by hand, which is something that can take several days for some other animals. We're thinking she's pretty confident so far.
Good girl.
Nice job.
Princess will be introduced to the other elderly mandrills, but she may not be welcome.
When you put several old ladies together, you really don't know what the dynamic is going to be. There's a lot of drama and there's a lot of vocalization. It will be amazing if they welcome her and she fits into the group, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we're good over here. Amy, you good? I'm good.
Princess waits to see if she'll be welcomed by Disney's other elderly mandrills.
I'm gonna open 2. We're going to introduce Princess to the group. We're hoping it goes well, but if not, she may have to wait a little bit before she joins them. We're doing the introduction inside just in case we need to separate them. We don't know how much experience she had in her early life with other females. I really hope they get along. After losing her partner, it would be great for her to be part of a family again.
Luckily, the team knows that a few light nibbles are the key to the Golden Girls' hearts.
We always put a lot of different things in there so that they can forage, look for new things. You know, it keeps them busy, but while interacting with one another. Tammy loves to snack, so she usually likes an intro.
The lunch table is set. Time to mingle.
All right, I'm gonna open 3 hydraulic.
They will decide very quickly. They size each other up within seconds.
Opening menu.
That's Princess. The subtle teeth baring is actually a good sign. They're smiling at each other. She's just wandering all around. Looks good.
They're not displaying any negative social behaviors towards her.
Calm body posture, the smiling, presenting, greeting each other, but in a positive way.
And there are encouraging signs that these old mandrill ladies like the look of each other.
They've been together just for a few minutes, so they're just trying to say, hey, I'm your friend. How are you doing?
And so they actually shown the most interaction during the howdy. So they were just doing a little lip smacking chatter to each other, sniffing each other, just getting to know each other. And it was all very positive.
So it's going really well right now. All the initial signs are good. Now we just need to wait to see how she settles in with the group.
We are so excited because we're getting ready to guide Alika for her move out into our main environment. It's a super big day for her. She's been out here during her quarantine process, so I think she's ready to join the main environment.
We're gonna start guiding her.
Nice and easy.
Beautiful.
Alika's sedated for her own safety. This time, only lightly.
She's a very zippy, high-energy shark, so we want to knock that edge off just a little bit, and then we'll recover her so that she's fully awake before she goes into her new home.
Alika's first stop is a holding area which connects to the seas.
This is kind of like our guest bedroom for our main environment, where she can kind of settle in, get used to her surroundings and the new animals out there. We're just watching her right now and see her explore. We're also watching to make sure that she's swimming and navigating really well, which she is.
With the see-through screen, it's like a viewing platform for her new home.
Kind of watching the other side of the scrim to see if anyone comes and visits. The main goal of this sea pen for her specifically is to not just give her the ability to check out her new home, but to also allow the other animals to know she's here. So it's not like this big surprise party on anyone. However they communicate, chemically, electrically, it's kind of like a nice little howdy for everyone to kind of know who the new resident is. It's a first blacktip reef shark that we've had here at the Seas, so it's really exciting for us to learn about her and see what makes her tick. And it's always fun to get a new animal, and she's pretty special. She's super smart, super curious, and super fast. When she is ready to go and nice and comfortable, we'll be able to release her out into our main environment. What do you think of your new home, Alika? Welcome to the Seas, Alika.
It's less than a week since Princess arrived looking for a new family after her long-term partner died. and she was left all alone.
At first, she was very reserved. Now that she is a little bit more comfortable, we're starting to see she can be pretty spunky and pretty sassy. Princess is really awesome. She fits in really great. She's really, really friendly with the keepers, and she is a great addition to this group socially. Tammy has found a brand new BFF. She is very good friends with Princess, and they are together all the time, and they are grooming and they are foraging together, which is a great sign. In addition to breeding animals and contributing to the population in the future, we are helping the population right now by taking in these older animals and providing them with an excellent quality of life. This cause is near and dear to my heart because I don't want anyone to be alone at the end of their life, and I couldn't be happier for them.